End of summer.
I want to be so
I need
clear.
an American man. Where is my American man?
Your American
Elijah's
boy.
3
summers in a row.
And be like, this bitch.
Three summers in a row, eh? 3 summers in a row.
You know what I wanted? I wanted, like I said, USD for our establishment. That's all. It's marketing. It's fine. Or a green card. Like for myself.
wanted the
To be
green
honest
card.
with you, I just wanted a green
You
card.
wanted the
for,
green
like,
card.
my
I want the green
career.
card. I ain't gonna lie.
100%.
You
I'm trying to find me.
you paying $5 million for that gold card?
No.
No, I'm a fan.
No.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. People are actually
It is
paying
a thing.
5 M's for their
That
citizenship.
is- no. Not now.
Yeah.
Now is crazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm good. I used to like really, really fantasize about like moving to the States and like want to go to school there at one point. And now I'm just like, I'm okay. Like I think like specifically for my career, I could see myself being able to travel there. Like I've already done it with
For your
like
career, you
working
can do
with
it anywhere.
exactly. But like
Because you can still work with people over there.
I can get paid in USD to a certain amount, and then after that, then I have to look into like other avenues of things.
Yeah.
But also when I am building like a network and building a business, I can still travel there. Like I can
Right.
still do things there without having to like worry about women's healthcare and gun laws and like crazy stuff. Like I'm good on all that now.
On all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't particularly see myself ever really moving there. I'm good.
I'm trying to find me.
Yo, hold
I'm
up.
trying to find me a green card mommy.
A green card shorty.
Yeah, I'm trying to find me one of those.
Fair.
Yo, hold up. Let's talk about the fit for a
The
second.
fit is
This
crazy,
might
bro.
be
Why
the
you gotta talk about
drippiest.
the fit like that now?
Yo, this might be the drippiest guest we've
That
had,
is the
bro.
drippiest guest we had. I don't care.
Yeah,
Respectfully
bro.
to any of y'all that came on this show. None of y'all can have the drip that this woman beside me has. And that's
Damn,
with
bro.
the utmost respect to any of you guys.
Thank you.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen many
bro.
drippy
Yeah,
people.
I forgot my sunglasses today.
Brother, I should have worn my sunglasses today.
This is
'Cause
just
shit is
Yeah,
shining over there.
yeah.
Shining, shining, shining.
And the color is
Hey.
like, it's different. The boots.
it's a yeah the boot.
Crazy.
I'm like
The boots.
Yeah.
The
the,
boots
boot,
are wild.
the boots.
I might cop
tosses up
those.
a leg.
Crazy.
I might cop those. It's not even a
They're
joke.
good. They're like a they're good.
Not that I need more height, but shit.
Hey, man. Hey, for the guys who need height. Hey. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, for the shorties.
Hey, yo.
For the shorties.
yo.
For the short men.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
these are
Hey,
them.
yo. Go from 5'7" to
These are-
6'1".
For the short kings. Hey,
Okay.
listen,
Hey,
short
yo.
kings, we love you.
We
You won't have
love
to lie
you.
on your dating profile
We love
anymore.
ya.
Hey, we
We love
ain't.
yo. With these boots, we got y'all till you take your shoes off.
But like, yeah, no. That would be crazy
You can
if I
stand
were
around us.
if I were on a first date and a guy was wearing these, and then like afterwards he took them off. I'd be like,
Hey, he tried.
he tried, but like that's crazy.
Height matters to you?
Pardon me?
Height matters?
It matters to every woman.
No, I don't think it's a
I don't
secret.
think so.
I like
Really? I don't see a lot of love for short kings.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No?
No, that's not true at all.
No?
That's not true at
Tell
all.
him. Tell him,
No.
man.
So,
Yeah.
so say it.
I think okay, so I'm not shy to say that like I'm shallow, and like I've
As most girls? Or
No.
most women?
Okay, first of all, who hurt you? But
No, I'm just saying. I know, I'm just saying, like, realistically, like, most...
That's what we need to
No,
talk
but it's
about
true.
here. Yes.
No.
Yes, Andrea.
No,
bring
but
that
it's
top.
true. Most women like taller men. Like, it's like that's common.
yes, for sure.
Yeah,
but
like, it's not like...
I mean, it's one of those things for me. I like someone who is athletic and athletic build. So like if someone is like shorter, I like someone to be like stockier. I think for myself, and I think a lot of women do relate to this, is like I want to feel like petite and like, you know what I mean? And like cute and little, and like I don't think I'm like,
They just want to.
yeah,
Princess.
I don't think
Yeah.
that I'm
Disney
like,
fucked them up. Let's just be real.
Y'all want a Shaquille O'Neal.
no, that's scary.
That is wild.
No, I'm okay.
That is wild.
I'm like, I'm not trying to crank my neck back.
That
But
is
like, I
crazy.
also don't want to feel like if I'm wearing heels that I'm gonna like be.
Overshadowing?
I'm not like a thick girl, but I'm also not a skinny girl. Like I'm kind of like what the internet now calls like mid-size.
Slim
So
thick?
like
Mid-size.
like-
I never heard that
I've
before.
never heard that before.
it's like, well, maybe
term?
it's on the women's side of TikTok and social media.
Is that a
But,
size
like-
in Skims?
It's like no, it's not a size in Skims, but it's like a size range. So
Ah.
it would be like
Mid.
8 to like 12.
So you're
kind of
either
thing.
small, mid, or large.
Or like plus is what they're saying. So it's like you're not like a plus size girl,
It's X large. They're just saying
but you're
plus.
like you're like a me where you have like thighs and, you know, like a little tummy and like boob. You know what I mean? Like, like you're like a more of like a womanly shape, but like you just, not to say that slimmer girls are not womanly shape, but it's just like fuller. That's it. So for me,
been around, like, is this a new terminology for you guys? Like, you know, men's clothes have small, medium, large, right?
Yeah, men are like, I like this, and that's pretty simple. But no, it's been, I mean, like I guess like the past like 3-4 years on socials, like the influencer wave of like mid-size stylists and like fashion girls and content creators.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're just.
Is it a Gen Z thing?
Yeah, I would say so. They're basically showing like the same clothes on like different body types. You know what I mean? Just like body diversity. So like if you're someone who like gains weight on your lower half, on your upper half, like that kind of thing, it's just like another term. So that's what I'm saying in like the sense of like I'm not like tiny, but I'm also not big. So for me, I just want to feel like my man can like, you know, like handle me. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, and I think that's where the height
that's
thing.
What a lot of women want.
Yeah, I think that's where the height thing comes in. But I definitely don't think, like, one of my best girlfriends is getting married right now, and like she's Jamaican, her man's Viet. They're like the same height, and she's like, that motherfucker tosses me around, and I was like,
he's kidding?
No, he's like.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying though. Like, and she's gonna watch this and be like, yeah, but
I'm just asking because, like, you know, men on that side tend to be a little skinnier.
Yo.
But also, I've dated tall guys that are like, you know what I mean? Like,
and they can handle you around. Because to me, I think
do you want to know what's crazy? I would definitely say
like they'll snap or something.
Yeah. Like, I definitely, like, I've laid on someone's chest and I'm like, wow, this feels like I'm in, like, a shopping cart. Like, it's like hollow. Like, it's like.
Shopping cart is crazy.
Motherfuckers are shopping cart.
Like, I'm like, it's
that's a new terminology, bro.
Because hear me out.
I'm going to call him a shopping cart now.
Someone can wear.
Bitch acting up. Shut up, you shopping cart.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm going to call him now.
Lower your voice when you talk to me.
Yeah, you're a shopping cart, bro. Shorty can't even lay her head on your chest.
I just mean in the sense of like, you know, they're tall. So it's like they might be wearing like bigger clothing for like length or something like that. Right. But that's not necessarily their actual like build.
Yeah, they're not.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like if women these days like wear like really, really baggy pants and it makes it look like you got like a whole bunch of cheeks and like you might not have them. It's just like there's things that you could do.
Yo, it's
to, like,
crazy because like I work outside. I'm outside. I'm not outside. I just work outside. I be seeing
You're on the sidewalk. You're not in the streets. You're on the sidewalk.
I'm definitely on the sidewalk. I'll never be on the streets. Maybe like one summer. But anyway, my point was.
I'm like,
I lost my
this
point.
motherfucker lying.
No,
sidewalk saved my life.
You lying.
Sure. One summer.
You're lying.
How?
I have seen you get like straight whiplash. Like while working. And then like, you know, do a little flirt thing with women.
Whoa.
And like not just in the summer, it's been cold out before.
Whoa.
You forget that like you and I, if we're actually talking about it, because like think about how we met and how we're working. We were like working, we're in a nightclub. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like I'm bartender, bottle service, and like where he was mostly working.
This is the entrance here. I used to chill right
here, and I'm like right here. We're like we could like hold hands across the bar. Yeah. So like he definitely.
You see him put in work.
And in the same sense, we're not gonna get into it.
Yeah, sidewalks are on the streets.
Like it's
word.
There's
So y'all can't tell on each other.
A breakup one year. Oh. And like, I was diabolical.
Are we talking about this on camera?
No, we're not.
I mean. No, you have to.
I don't know.
It's
up to you.
Nah,
I'm in love. I don't care.
I like that.
Also, like,
shout out to love.
And this is the thing.
Shout out to love for real.
But this is the thing, right? I work in this industry. My boyfriend Elijah, shout out to him. Mm-hmm. He and I met there. Like, and people don't really know that, but like, and he works full time, obviously, in nightlife, and I work part time in it, and we both have been in it for a number of years. So, like, I've seen, you know, his little game. He's seen mine and like whatever and like
you know each other's riz
100%. Oh yeah, and he's really good. He's great though. Yeah, that man flirts down. It's like really annoying, but it's okay. But I mean in the sense of like
I was was around certain actions, Rob.
But I'm just saying in the sense of like, there's like a trust level, right? Because I think a lot of people, if they knew that their partner worked in that space,
it's a red flag.
I've had issues with it. He's had issues with it. He and I've actually talked about it when we weren't together or even like flirting, but we were like friends kind of thing. Which I think is like set like a really solid foundation for our relationship now. Cause like even in my day job, like I work with like athletes and like someone else might be like,
what kind of
weird
athletes?
about that. I work with the MLSE. So I work with like the Raptors, the Leafs, TFC, Argos.
Who's the biggest player that you've styled?
I think at this point probably Scottie. Like
Scottie.
He's lovely. He's like super chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like that man's just gonna check, and I respect it. He should. But he's also like he's just really lovely to work with. He's super nice. He just like comes in and does what he's
supposed
there
to
for.
do. Yeah.
For like ad work and stuff like that. But he also like tries things. He really cares. It's like very it's cool to like see. Because, obviously his priority is basketball.
Yeah.
But also this is obviously
he's got a bag in the styling.
Yeah.
Or in the fashion.
100%. But also, like, for these athletes, especially, like, the ones in, like, Toronto, what they're getting up for here in terms of, like, partnerships, they're not getting in the States. Because, like, if you're playing in, like, I don't know, some smaller city, like, NBA team or whatever.
G-League?
Not G League, but I just mean in like
a smaller market team.
Yeah, just like a smaller market team. Like your partnerships are not going to be the same as they're going to be in like a major city like Toronto, especially because the NBA, right? Like Raptors is like the one for like the country. Like it's not.
It's marketed different.
Yeah, it's way different. The fandom is like not just our
versus
city.
like an Indiana or a Milwaukee.
Exactly. So like I think it's really really smart that like when athletes come here, they like capitalize on that and like really build their portfolio outside of it. Like my first one that I ever did was with Gary Trent Jr.
Yo, he's swaggy. He's different.
I was like
impressed.
Kind of I was nervous.
Yeah,
really?
Of course.
I was so nervous.
Cause honestly, he like if we're talking about drip,
that like, man can dress.
He's got the sauce.
That man dresses. Yeah. He like it was crazy.
You motherfuckers might say I'm glazing, but yo. It is what it is.
You're glazing.
No, I'm not, bro. Scottie's one of those guys. Or sorry, it's
Gary
Trent Jr. He's one of those guys.
Gary is one of those guys. He really is. He like the crazy thing is I put him on like my mood board on Pinterest like 2 weeks before I got a call to work with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also feel like he's got a look for it too,
Yeah.
Like why? Because he's light skinned?
No.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Really?
It plays a part. I think it plays a part.
I don't think so. I think he just commits to his
he has
aesthetic.
A look. Yeah, like being light skinned is part of his look.
Yeah, well, I mean, he like commits to like he's like tatted all over.
Yeah, like he's got a look.
His
hair is.
Drake.
I'm gonna say Gary Trent. I think his is much more authentic.
It's different. I think it's Drake it's hard.
Like Drake is. I mean, he's cool, but like I mean, Drake is like a
Drake got swag.
Yeah, but he also has like
it's
stylists.
Different.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think Gary Trent like
himself.
That man likes to shop.
Yeah. He
like genuinely enjoys shopping.
Yeah. His
like
fashion,
is
different.
I just he just walked in. He was
and
like
league fits. He's
a
guy.
Piece. Like there's a different type of interaction. There's sometimes people who like they'll be presented with things and they'll kind of just like pick what they want, cool, and they don't really care for the rest. He like. I mean,
he's curious.
Yeah, he's very, very curious. He's
like
very.
He looks through the rack.
Yeah,
he asks questions.
He was like looking through it. He was like debating options. Like he walked in, his like cousin and like girlfriend was there, which is pretty standard. And they brought like these like wooden boxes that had like trays of like his jewelry that he like designed because he wanted to wear it for. Like
different.
For the ad,
that guy's swag's different.
He's different.
He's really
No. He's like
when it comes to fits,
because that's the thing. It's like someone else might show up expecting that to be there, and he showed up being like, "These are like my pieces," and like we couldn't use any because like it's the similar thing to like tattoos. It's like you have to get like a sign off on like custom pieces or like a chrome hearts. Like we can't have in like a general ad thing. It was for like OLG like lottery. So, like, you can't have that, unfortunately. But, yeah, he just, like, I really appreciate when people, like, care
brought
about
his
that.
own. He brought his own clothes too, or
No. Like I brought wardrobe.
okay.
But I also like brought like I was like trying to get like the best of the best.
Of
So
course.
this is my question to you now. When you get a call like that, right? Do you go look at all their fits before, or do you just kind of scroll through Instagram, see what it is, and then boom, you just make up your mood board of what you want to dress that specific person?
It really depends. So if it's like ad work, like MLSE partnered with one of their many sponsors,
Yeah.
there's like a brief. Like there's like something, we're looking at brand colors, we're looking at, you know, the setting that it's going to be in. There's usually like a storyboard as to like what's being
There's a
achieved.
target,
Yeah, like there's specs that I have to fulfill.
Right.
And then of course when it's like, I mean, if it's like an athlete, they might have some like crazy measurements. So I'm trying to source things, that like fit within those terms. But if it's something like, I work with artists as well, and if it's something like it's their music video, or they're doing an event, or they're doing like an interview, press days, that kind of thing, that is much more about them, like their personal style. Of course, like I want to, like if it's like the Gary Trent thing with like OLG, I want to give a nod to his style and do something cool. Like OLG's color is like green, so like I got this like green polo shirt that had like a piercing in like the lapel, and it was like really cool, and I was like, oh, like he'd like go for this. It's like kind of has like an edge to it.
Right.
But I also can't go like all the way to what I would actually want to dress him in, because it doesn't make sense for, you know, like where we're at for the ad.
What the ad
Yeah.
is.
You mentioned artists. Who's the biggest artist that you styled?
Like myself, I've worked with like a bunch of different teams. I'd probably say I've been on Nelly Furtado's team for a bit as an assistant stylist. That's been really cool. She's just like, I think like Canadian icon, and like she's like body yachty. Like I don't know.
She got bad as she got older.
She really.
I don't understand how she got curvier when she got older.
Well, she had a few kids like in the past like 10 years.
I gotta start.
Should be going to the
finding
gym.
those slim girls and have kids with them. Then they'd be like.
She gives me hope for like me
'Cause I'd be
having
scared.
children and looking that good.
I'm going
Like,
to,
she
like,
looks
these curvy
incredible.
women
Should be going to the
thinking they're
gym.
gonna be
Should
the-
be dedicated.
Bro,
Yeah.
I need slim girl.
Yeah.
She's got a trainer. She goes to Pilates.
She definitely has.
Yeah,
A trainer.
she does. Yeah, her trainer like travels with her. It's like her health and wellness
You want to
guru.
go to Pilates? Why are you laughing, bro?
You could be a Pilates prince,
What's so funny,
but like you can't do worse than the person beside you.
bro?
That's your as a man.
You know, men go to Pilates
As a man.
too.
I
Right?
know, but like,
You know, it's actually really healthy for us.
It's
more
really
than
good for
women.
you.
It's
Football
more
players
than
do it.
It's better for us than women. Cause
Really?
Of the for our core muscles and
it's
our
just like it's not
pelvic
realistic.
muscles. That's the best workout.
Yeah, like football, like NFLers do it before
because
like
you
the
have
Super Bowl.
So your pelvis and your like
Hip
legs,
flexors and
yeah, that's what works it out.
yeah.
Welcome to Bigger Dreams podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
That'd be
Season 2, episode 22. You already know. You want to start?
you
You want
really
you
want to
go
do
you
that
go
way?
you go first. Yo, you go
You
first.
saw that.
22-2.
Like, why did you have to do that?
2-2.
Yo, 2-2's fam.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you go first.
No, you start. You can't just switch it up all of
All
a
right.
sudden.
I got you.
It's your
Boy Matt, aka Easy Money, aka Babyface Killer.
You have a whole beard, bro. You can't be babyface
Yeah,
killer.
but-
Yeah,
Babyface
because I have
at
nice
all.
skin.
That's not how that works.
It's Babyface. Mr. Barrio Girl,
Okay.
never giving her back.
Why are you
We're not doing it. You're not getting her back in the physical.
So what do you give? What do you
This
do?
is a lot of hyphenates.
We're data mining here. I put your
What
girl.
What are you doing with it?
I put your girl in a cloud. It's bigger dreams, baby. I already know. Cloud storage. You feel me?
Oh, so she's memory.
For you, she's a memory. For me, she's my possession. You know?
That's very aggressive. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to hold on. I'm not even like trying to go too, but it's like you went from a barrier girl,
It could
give
have been
her
like
back.
so much calmer.
Like you,
It was
you said-
aggressive.
You
Listen.
used to say to give her back, and she belongs on the sheet. between the green and the blue bin.
I know, but
You
I
know
started
what?
taking them and not giving them back.
I'm
not-
letting you know this is the kind of energy that is ruining R&B music. Okay, I need y'all to start crying over Women in the Rain again. Not
not
back, I'ma get
not putting them
another
in a
one,
cloud.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no.
Or not that is storing them.
No.
What say? I'll be trapping in the rain. That's what men are doing.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
You want us to cry
I
in
want,
the rain?
it doesn't have to be sad tears,
Oh, happy tears.
but I want it to be like, I like mine obsessed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like, you know?
She just did her own intro. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Okay.
Tell me, we're blingy over here.
Yeah, I see that.
Smile, trying to show them teeth. Yo, tell them who you are.
My mom's so mad that I spent all this money to get jewels on my teeth
I
after
think it's worth it.
after she paid for me to get braces. Like, she's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, like free. Like, my friends do it. So and I have nice teeth, so they'll just put stuff on me and then take photos for the content.
You can take this out?
Yeah. It's the same like adhesive as like a brace.
I'm going to do this.
You should do it.
Yeah, I got a couple spots. I want to do it.
You should
Anyways.
do it too. You should just get baby on the top and face on the bottom. Really sell it.
Yeah, you know.
Really, really sell it.
I'm gonna have a cloud for the
can't be a baby
whole
face,
data
bro.
mining thing that I'm running.
It's so crazy to me. Okay. I'm Andrea Rose. I go by A Rose on Instagram.
Hey, Rose. Big G in the cut.
Yes. Yeah. Big dreams for my whole life. I guess like the Cliff's Notes or like the LinkedIn pitch would be I'm a multi-hyphenate. I work as a creative. I'm a wardrobe stylist in the music and sports industry
That's why
now.
she's so fresh.
She's an artist,
Yeah.
She's super creative.
artiste.
An artiste. Yeah.
She's creative. She's a dancer.
Yes, I
Guys,
do.
She's
have
a
I have
dancer.
dance background.
I'm going to introduce myself first, but I'm going to tell you something after, all right? It's your boy TT. You know what it is. Fresh. Always fresh like water. A young Jesus. Reincarnation.
No data
I'm
mining.
walking on water too. But we love everybody. Peace and love to you, Gen Zs. I'm on the Gen Zs side.
Yeah,
Look at
bro.
this.
He's got the physical copy. He's a floppy disk man.
I don't need no cloud. I don't need your bitch. You can have her. I don't need your woman.
This guy's operating on USB.
I'll go get my own woman. I'll go get my own bitch.
Woo.
And then if you want her, you can have her too.
Damn.
That's
He's
a crazy-
sharing
that's a
after
crazy-
too.
I'm not sharing. You can
Sharing
just
is
have her.
caring.
You can just have her.
Nah, this
if
guy's
you
like,
want her.
yo,
Are you guys?
yo, you're a Care Bear dog.
Hold on, you didn't even let me finish. I'm just saying, if you're trying to attempt to take her, you can have her. I don't want her.
Woo.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think in any world, if anyone could take your
Yeah.
man or your woman easily,
100%.
then that person has to go.
Take them. That's what I'm saying. Like I can find myself, but you see how I said.
That's how I feel.
Period.
I
Yeah.
can find myself
Period.
a woman.
Period.
When I said I can find myself a woman, I didn't say you can have her.
Oh,
I
okay.
only said it for
Got you.
the shorty.
For the dramatic effect.
Exactly, for the bitch side. You
For
know,
the-
like,
for the-
you
for
can
the
take my
whatever.
bitch if you want.
He's a black Care
For your
Bear.
Not
little-
really mine.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
He's not really nice like
I
that.
was
She's
just
on
saying.
loan.
It's not sweet.
I don't know about loan. I mean, I didn't take her from nobody. If I take her from somebody, she's
Got
gonna
you.
take her back.
Okay.
I stopped that. I don't deal with women who have people in their life. And if I do
I
find
agree
out,
with that.
if I find out later, I'm just cutting you like
I completely agree with that.
like you will never see me again.
I did the same thing. I
Because
completely
I've
agree.
done that in the past, and I'm not like
No.
happy about it.
It's messy.
And then it kind of came back to me in a karmic way.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's the point of doing all this?
Is that growth? Are you
Super
maturing?
growth. I've been maturing.
Are you ready for
Yo, it's a nice
a
hat,
wifey?
bro.
Are you ready?
I don't know if we're gonna talk about this.
Lay low.
Really?
No, we're not gonna.
No, if we're gonna talk about. We think we should talk about it.
maybe.
I know I came here for you guys to ask me some questions, but now
Yeah.
I have questions for you.
Yeah, but we're not.
No, let's do it now. She
Okay,
has a
fine.
question.
No, because
I just wanna
still,
know.
I still wanted to say something about her.
Okay.
Right? She's
Fair.
multi-talented. Obviously, I just introduced myself. This was the craziest intro, by the way.
It's
very
kind of
lengthy.
wild.
Intro.
I love it.
though.
Very-
Yeah, it's cool. It's different.
Very ADHD.
You know what it is? It's because
This whole
she's
episode's
her.
gonna be this way.
Yes, because the style, who she is. That
She's an
energy.
artiste.
Artiste.
Meaning this episode's
And
gonna be messy. It's gonna be
She's
like a messy
dancer.
wardrobe.
Now, this is what I wanted to say. She's a dancer. Remember she said we worked at Cold Tea, right?
Yes.
She be dancing at
She
Cold Tea.
used to battle dance her demons.
I have
One time, she was just dancing by herself, and I looked at her. I said, Andrea, who you battle dancing? A ghost? You're dancing by yourself. She couldn't stop laughing. I didn't think it was that
Sometimes
funny.
you just gotta like.
But she used to come up to me and start battle
I
dancing.
just crump him, and he would do nothing.
And I'm standing there as a security guard. I'm like, what does she want me to do? To start dancing? Like, I have to be in. I'm working. I gotta.
You gotta be on surveillance mode.
And don't get me wrong. I'll smile. I'll move. I'll dance.
You just
you
knew
be
were
catching
gonna
bubbles
lose.
on the shift.
You just knew you were gonna lose, so you didn't even try.
You haven't seen me try.
I'll clear these tables right now.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, well, I'm just
Chill.
I
knew I wasn't gonna lose.
You knew you weren't gonna lose?
Yeah, I just didn't want to do that.
That's the craziest.
Also, I was doing my job.
I'm gonna do a follow-up clip sometimes when we're out, and I'm gonna.
The security guard would have fired me. I mean, I ended up leaving.
This is the craziest way.
He would have fired me. He would have watched the camera, seen me.
Denial is a river in Egypt, my friend.
Why? Me and you danced off.
No, we have. You have.
You ever
no.
see me bubble a girl at the club?
I don't think I need to.
Did you ever see me though?
What? No.
Like when I worked at Cold Tea?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
I mean, she already brought it out.
I seen it. So.
I used to talk to some girls, yes, for sure. And then I used to catch bubbles every now and then.
Yeah, you're a whore.
We work in nightlife. It happens.
It does happen.
It's fine.
It does happen.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
A wine is like not cheating. A slow wine is crazy.
Well, I didn't have a girl at the
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
So
because you're feeling everything.
A bubble is like whatever. A slow wine.
You know what a bubble is?
I guess we gotta get technical.
Okay, so a bubble is like I'm bum 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 bum.
Just throwing it back.
You're throwing it back.
Yeah,
right?
that's
A slow wine.
A slow
If you're
wine?
doing it right, you're like you might got a hand
Yeah.
on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
You might be with the icon.
Like,
That's crazy.
A slow wine?
nah, but
No.
that first level is still
That's
cheating.
No.
crazy.
Because a man
First level's not cheating.
No, like a bubble.
on a
No.
next man. You have a
Well,
man
I
and you're-
wouldn't.
You have a man and you're
But-
bubbling
yeah,
on the
that's what I'm
next
saying.
man?
You can't do that. Fuck that.
If I were going to like, not in Toronto, I think that that's too close to home. I think that's
Would you
disrespectful.
want your man?
no, hold up.
He did. We
No.
were out the first weekend that we popped out was Caravana weekend this past year, and he was bubbling with a girl, and I said, "Don't make me look crazy. You better do well right now. If you're gonna dance with a woman and you're my man."
No, but you hold on. You
And
just
also,
said
he's Caribbean. Like, why would I care? Like,
no,
that's
but you
weird.
just said it. So if you were traveling, it's more acceptable. Like if
Yeah,
you're
if
somewhere
I'm at
different.
like Trinidad Carnival, I'm gonna bubble on someone for sure. But
That's
also,
different.
But that's
See,
different. That's
what
that's
she's talking
not-
about,
I'm
that's
talking like
cultural.
home base, like Toronto. I wouldn't do that because like, what if it's like 3 degrees of separation? You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
That's cultural.
it's
If you're
cultural.
going,
It's
if
different.
you're
Yeah,
with
I
your
guess.
man,
It's different.
in a cultural place, and your man agreed for you to go to the carnival down south, come on, bro. If you're going with your girl to the carnival, you have to. You're gonna bubble on a thing, and she's gonna get bubbled on.
100%.
That's just part of the
But
culture.
it means like
Now,
nothing.
if you can't deal with that, do not make that trip.
But if you're slow whining for
But
like a
slow wine
whole
is
song
different.
or something, that's a connection,
'Cause
and I don't
slow
like
wine,
it. Don't
this
do
is
it.
what you're doing.
No.
Mans are going like
Yeah.
pushing that down.
Yeah.
And she's like,
And now, not only she pushing that down, but she feeling everything, right? Because it's slow, and it's like right up to it. Where that? No, for real. You're really right. It's
really-
because the bubble.
Well,
She doesn't have
yes.
to be right up.
It's
to
out
you,
of bounds.
right?
It's
The
out of
bubble
bounds
just
for
has to
sure.
be shaking.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
Might toss a leg up, call it a day.
It's
move
different.
on.
It's different.
Yeah.
I know.
Toronto 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be like. You have to do serious.
Yeah, I'm not cultured enough.
No, it's not even culture. You just need a lot of work, brother. Hey,
We'll be right back.
yeah. Let's just say that.
We back.
That was a crazy way to listen. Hey, if you're mature enough and you are, you've gone through growth to do what Andrea just said, kudos to you. Some people just don't got them in it.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I think it's just like one of those things. It's like what we said with your very long-winded intro. It's like if someone can take your person that easily, like why would you want them? You know what I mean? Like it's like it's not that deep at the end of the day. Like, you know, like we just traveled to like South America.
How was that?
It was good. It was an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it because it's like kind of gross. But we just like both got sick. So like I was expecting it to be like this like hot, sexy like vacation.
Weren't you on the beach most of the time?
No, we were in like the city. We were.
How do you get sick on the beach?
We were in Ecuador, which we were in a city, and Elijah had $1 sandwiches because he's big back.
Yo, don't talk about my boy like that.
He is. Have you seen the size of his back?
Him right now.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
And then we both got sick. It was very unfortunate. But my point being was we were like walking in the airport, and one of our layovers was in Colombia, and there was
Bondas.
Yeah, and I was like
Cheeks.
And like it's like it was so funny. I like saw him like trying so hard to dodge it, and then I was like, look. And then he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, we can look while we're away from home. Like, that's fine to me. Like, away from home.
That's an interesting perspective, you know.
It's like, it's not that serious. It's the same thing.
Matt's like tripping because...
Nah, it's not tripping. It's, yo, everyone's different.
Different.
So what you saying to that?
Yo, I'm reading the book of Psalms, bro. That's what I'm fucking doing, bro. I'm looking up to God, or I'm looking down at the fucking page.
Yeah. But also...
He said I'm looking at the page.
But also, just to be like so clear so no one thinks that like I'm like crazy.
No, you're not.
It's also like just like in jest. Like it's just like a joke. Like at the end of the day, like that
because
not going
like
anywhere, so.
women appreciate other women.
You know what's
like,
crazy?
Yeah. I think it's just like we have both seen each other in other relationships. We had a friendship before we got together. He like even when we first started dating, he was like, you know, I saw how you treated your ex, and I always like admired that, which was like a very kind thing that a lot of people don't say. So like there's like a sense of security that I have where like we both know the value that the other person has, and we're really nice to each other.
I'll say this, and it's funny because I'd seen him maybe 2 weeks ago outside of Libertine. Well, I'm at City Pool, but I was there, and I don't know if he told you this, but I said this to him, and this is why to me it's like I understand where she's coming from. I don't know how I'd feel in my own relationship personally. I still need a lot of growth for that one, but with them two, it's weird because from the outside looking in, their relationship just felt like they have a lot of trust. And they just know how to communicate with each other. I said this to him. I said, from outside looking in, it feels like you guys just balance each other. Because I've seen them, remember at Bowie? Mm-hmm. You had a little friction. And then he kind of, I don't want to say put you in your place.
No, he does.
He kind of like said, like he set a boundary. He put his foot down. And you can tell how she respected that. Mm-hmm. And this is a person who I've known for a couple years now. She's an extrovert.
I usually have a lot of like pushback.
Like she has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And she's an independent woman that, you know, makes her own money. So she's already looking at things like, yo,
she's a people person.
Who the fuck are you? You can't tell me what to do type of thing. Mm-hmm. Right? And she's a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh, right? And it's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But to see how she in that moment respected her man, because she claimed him as her man. That's when he told me, yo, we were dating.
Yeah.
Right? To see how she respected him and how once he put his foot down, he forgot about it. Not as in like, I forgot what just happened.
But it's like you listen to me so we can move on.
Not even you listen to me. You understood where I was coming from because we had this previous conversation. It seemed to me that conversation had already been had. Mm-hmm. She understood. She read the room and said, okay, this is how it is. So when you see this from the outside, you're like, yo, this is a relationship that is, again, I'm sure there's ups and downs in every relationship. But it seems like it's a healthy type of ups and downs where you're willing to work with each other and understand one another, right? she's very emotionally mature, I would say. And
Thank
I know
you.
this because of conversations we've had.
I appreciate that.
Even though me and her had a little beef, which we both didn't know what the beef was about, and we talked about it, and we're like, bro, this is so stupid.
We're so angry at each
right?
other for no reason at one point.
Like, she used to walk in at Libertine and not say hi to me, and it pissed me off. This is the second
I
time
was just
she did
petty.
it. The second time she did it, I looked at Quinn, I said, yo, if your friend does that again, I'm going to fight her, right? Because, like, don't come here and not say hi to me. That's fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then I said it to her, and she's like, I'm sorry, I was petty.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And then I'm like, why are you petty? What the fuck happened between us? And she's like, you know what? I don't even know.
I don't even know anymore.
And then we talked about it. Remember when we had that conversation?
Yeah, because we got into like a spat, and then basically it was actually, I didn't know, but at the time it was like your last like day there.
Yes.
And then it was like one of those things where like we didn't address it.
Yes.
And then it was just like a lot of like awkward time.
And it had nothing
passed.
to do with her. I was just pissed.
No, it was just like, it was just like a weird thing. But I appreciate you saying that like I try to be, emotionally mature. But yeah, we just like both like looked at each other and we were like, this is stupid. Like, and I think that's like the biggest thing too, like, like you said, no relationship is perfect by any means.
No, not at all.
And where I come from in terms of things, like I don't like someone to be telling me like what to do, where to go, how to act, what to dress, and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm very much so independent. I've always been. But there's definitely the respect aspect, and it's also cultivated because like he came into my life and just started handling things without me having to ask or, like for like what I deserve or what I expect from a person. So it's one of those things that like dead ass, I could walk across the street and like if a car is coming, he would make sure I'm not getting hit. Like I can like fully, for how busy I am and how ambitious I am, I fully turn my brain off with him. And like I fully trust wherever I'm at with him. Like,
which is what every woman wants kind of in a relationship.
200%. And like we definitely have like a 50-50 type of, relationship. And I know that term gets tossed around like crazy, but it's also one of those things that we both very early on, and I'm talking within like the first 2 months.
50-50, 100-100 though.
Exactly. Or like 90-10 sometimes. Like
but
there's
it's like what I don't like.
Yeah.
It's all effort at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like everyone comes from different upbringings. Everyone's trying to figure it out. So it's like, I don't like that. Like you could be doing 50-50, but you're putting 100% in your relationship. Both sides are putting 100%. So why aren't we not seeing that? Why are we just looking at how the bills are being split?
Yeah.
And I just like,
but it's also like he and I are both very ambitious people. We also are both two creative entrepreneurs. So that can get kind of sticky sometimes where like you're dealing with imposter syndrome, you're dealing with frustration of clients, you're dealing with, your finances fluctuating because of invoices and like all these other stressors. And I've been in situations where I've dated people who've been like the 9-to-5, they really don't get it. I've dated people who have been other creatives, and there's like kind of like a weird tension sometimes in these topics, or like a competitive nature or an insecurity. If like someone is doing better than the other person, things can get odd.
Yeah.
And he's like literally come to the mall with me because he had like a free day and like I needed an assistant for something, and I've paid him.
Yeah.
Or like in return, like if I'm going out with him to one of his gigs, I'm taking content and making sure that like he has stuff to be able to promote himself.
that's sick.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like
You guys help each other.
we help each other.
You have a genuine help for each
Because at
other.
the end of the day, like, say we've talked about having children, we talked about not having children, but we both know for sure that like we would like to be in this lane of life of being freelancers, of being business owners. So there's going to be a lot of give and take, and like it's one of those things that's like, if I'm having a baby one day, a lot is going to fall on him a lot more in the financial sense.
Right.
But it's also like right now my career, his career is also going very well, just to make that clear. But my career,
Yeah. For the ones that know,
yes, just to be very clear.
No.
But I'm
That
just
boy
saying,
can
like,
spin.
what Dubs does. You know what Dubs does.
right now with my career, in the past like 6 months or like 8 months, I've had like a really big upswing, which has been it's really exciting.
Big yourself up.
100%. But it's one of those things where it's like it's also like, you know, he's sitting there and he's taken a backseat a couple times to just support me. And like, it's both of us winning. Like we both were moving in together, and like our upstairs of our apartment. He was telling us. The upstairs of our apartment though is going to be like a workspace.
We're coming to shoot a podcast there.
Yeah. Are you?
He told us.
You should do it on our patio in the summer, because I put a lot of work into that.
I remember I was supposed to come and hang the lights.
Yeah.
Because of your friend that was supposed to cook for me.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Well.
Thank God I didn't.
Thank God you didn't.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That would have been very messy.
You almost set me up.
I tried.
No, thank God you didn't.
I agree, but
you tried. You kept pursuing it.
Well, I'm just like.
I mean,
I thought I was being Cupid at one point.
You did think you were being Cupid,
I thought I was being Cupid.
Feel like at that point you didn't fully see her side of her.
No, I mean.
But to me, I was just
also y'all would not be even
zero.
Take away all the stuff.
Let me tell you the truth. Me and her, it would have been a one night, and then it would have been like, I don't think we're gonna do this.
All I ever wanted was a one night stand. I could spend forever in a moment like this.
Is this a song?
I think
you just made up the lyrics.
You just freestyle.
Part of it, probably.
You should serenade. See that energy in the rain with a boombox.
Don't kill me.
In the rain with a boombox.
Yeah.
In the rain with a boombox?
Yeah. Doing one of these.
Wow. Yeah, no.
Damn.
It was interesting. But I can definitely see that, bro. I can see that they have a very mature relationship.
Hey, that's what's up.
You know? And I feel like
what works for them
works for them. Like don't try to imitate and do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because what works for them, it works for them.
Yeah, it might not work for you.
I mean? But also, like, he and I are also, like, two of the most unserious people.
Oh, I know that.
Like,
you guys are super unserious.
You could ever... Like, we straight up walk around our house in, like, Shrek slippers. And, like, people come over, they're like, what the fuck? And I was like, I saw them at Party City, and I was like, well, I have to have them. Like, I was like, we have to. But, like, sometimes... Like, I've been in the position, as a lot of people, I'm sure, have been in, where you will... just like kind of be silly about something or like geek out about something and someone doesn't really match that energy. Like, dare I say, this man be surpassing my energy on some things sometimes. Like, he's a crazy person in like the best ways possible.
Yeah, you guys
but
are
it's
both
like
crazy.
nice. Yeah, no, I'm completely aware. Yeah, we
I feel like it just fits.
We're back. We were like moving his stuff yesterday. We're on Queen Street. You would think we were two like crackheads. We were like singing, like just like screaming. Like
you see,
it's like so.
That's love, bro. I'm gonna knock on wood. I hope we're not, cause that's love to me.
No, we both know.
That's love.
No, we've talked about it. We're like we'll go to like Vegas in like a couple years, if anything.
Like that's
you wanna get married?
Love to me.
100%.
That
same
to
thing
me
with
is
him.
love, bro.
Like for context, I've been in long-term relationships. I've lived with partners. He was in a long-term relationship. He lived with a partner. When we got together, neither of us were looking for a relationship. It was like
happened.
It was after the club. Like it was like, and then we were both like, shit. Like this person's like cool. You know, and it was in June last summer, and it was one of those ones where like we were going into the summer and like I'm talking. He dyed his hair blonde. He's gonna watch this and read me for filth for bringing it up again, but like he dyed his hair blonde. He got leg tattoos and he was like in the gym. So in my head, I was like, this is a walking red flag. You work as a DJ. You're Latino, Caribbean. Like, I'm not trying to get my feelings hurt right now. I'm gonna leave you where you're at.
She is a lover girl. She tries to pretend that she's not a lover girl.
Oh, I'll cry.
She said it already in the interview.
Oh, I'll cry. Like and he knows it. So like
she's a lover girl.
So I was like, I'm done. Goodbye. And he was like, wait, I like you. Like what?
What? Hold up. What were you done goodbye about?
I like you.
Just because I was like, I don't want to get my
just
feelings hurt.
Oh, okay.
Just because I saw all the things happening, and I was like, I don't want to get my feelings hurt. But then
This is why I don't like women be judging us based off our look, and then tell you, oh, men judge us off your look.
No,
Bitch, please.
We judge off of actions as well.
Yeah,
and like at the time,
us too.
At the time, you know.
So when we see somebody in slutty clothes, that to you is like, hey, but I like it. It's like, I know you like it, but that's attention clothes, right? Now, I ain't going to tell you what to do, baby girl, but you should have a little respect. Now, if I dye my hair blonde or I get more tattoos and I'm doing this.
You should get more tattoos.
All of a sudden, don't talk to me.
Yo, City Boy Summer?
Slutty. Real slutty.
I don't want to.
You have nose piercings.
Yeah, I gotta get.
That's so slutty.
I gotta get another.
Yeah, he's a slut.
That's like.
He's a dirty whore.
Oh my god. See.
Wait till he gets a
But
sleeve.
what I'm saying is like.
I'm not a slut.
I think.
Why are you calling me a slut? Why are you calling me a slut? That's crazy.
It's just fine. It's funny.
Never
I seen you do your city boy thing. I see you do your city boy thing.
But what I'm saying is.
I see you do your city boy thing.
When was that?
Don't worry about it. I'm not airing you out.
Oh.
This ain't TMZ.
But also, like.
You were with me out on Friday. I didn't talk to one woman. I didn't even talk to anybody on Friday. Other than Mika and Emma.
Yeah.
You know Emma.
Yeah, the homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
But like.
I said city boy summer. Was I talking about last Friday?
Things. And like you could like, you could go out and wear the quote unquote slutty, disagree with that. But like the skimpy little outfit and like whatever.
What do you disagree with?
But at the end of calling it slutty.
Listen, you know what? Can we talk about that for a sec?
Slutty, like,
You're just giving.
Yo, can we talk about that for a sec?
You're revealing a little.
Yeah, but
And
I
then-
think that's why there's, that's why you could pick from a slew of people in the world. Like it's like if that's not for you, that might be for some other guy. That might be for.
You're not wrong.
You know?
You're not wrong. 100%. But I'm just saying, if a man says that, you automatically say, "Oh, well, you're judging me on how I look," but you judge me on how.
Yeah, but I think the reality is
Yeah.
that people need to digest, and maybe this is too harsh for some people. Like everyone's judging each other off their first impression.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? And it's like
That's a
how
bar.
you present yourself. I cannot. You've seen me. I'll be at the club on a Saturday night, and then I'll be on set Sunday morning, and I cannot present myself the same way. And I am on social media, and I have two very different like personas sometimes.
I see you at the beginning of the club, and then I see you in sweatpants. So then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, you have to know your audience. So like, if you are in your hot person, girl or boy, whatever era, and you are going out and you want to be kind of slutty and like whatever, slutty stereotypically, do that, and you're gonna get what you're looking for.
How?
But if you're trying to like, really like commit, settle down, whatever, yeah, it might require for you to like refine yourself a bit. Like, I think that's fine.
But I feel like it's a little bullshit. Like you don't see us walking into the club with like gray sweatpants on. You know what I mean?
You know what? This is my question to her. What I wanted to ask her.
You know what I'm saying?
How can men dress slutty? Quote unquote slutty. Like, how can you look at a man? And
I don't think it's like dressing.
It's the gray sweatpants, and we don't do that.
I think
shit.
it's a demeanor. No, I think it's far more a demeanor. Like, there's men that like, I've seen it. Like, I've seen men bop around the club, talking to girl to girl to girl. I'm sorry, you're wearing sunglasses at the club. Relax. Unless you're like two of our like friends, like a Mike Rock that's like wearing, then that's like your brand. Yeah. Or like a Dolph that's like wearing his like Ray-Bans to like record things.
What if he has pink eye?
Go home, babe.
Yeah. That's
like,
she ain't lying. You got pink eye. Why the fuck are you at the club?
Home. You need to go to the doctor.
You need to go to the doctor.
You don't need to be going to the club. You need to go to the doctor.
Fuck
You've been eating booty and you need to go get that fixed.
You being nasty and you coming out to the club? That's nasty.
Go to the doctor.
You gonna put your lips on that glass?
That's like how I feel when someone will come up to the bar and they'll order like a roundish like drinks and they won't tip, or like they'll like come up and be like, hey, like what's like the cheapest drink? And I'm like, go get a job. Like, open your phone on our Wi-Fi and pull up Indeed.
She's giving them
and
the
figure
Wi-Fi
out
too.
a government issue job with healthcare and benefits and a salary because you need it. Like, you shouldn't be drinking right now. And maybe that's an unpopular opinion.
I don't understand how people go to the club,
broke,
order drinks, and not tip.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
It's like a new
That's
wave.
valid.
To me, it's just the weirdest thing ever.
It's weird.
It's
odd.
so weird.
What's wrong
It's
with
like,
you?
what the fuck are you, like, what?
Well, because what you're doing is, like, what people don't realize, and maybe it's the new gen that doesn't get it, is, like, if you're tipping a bartender, and the bartender's actually good at their job, they're going to serve you faster. They're going to see you in front of everyone else. They're going to go to you. They're going to remember your drink. If you tip them well enough, we might give you some free drinks.
Free
like,
game.
You know what I mean? Like, we're going to make sure that I'm going to get your social media. I'm going to make sure you're taken care of.
My first order at
Yeah.
any bar I go whether I know the person or not. I'm tipping a big tip. Not big tip like I'm fucking baller. I'm tipping you $100.
But it sends an energy.
But I'm
locked in with you, twin.
I'm gonna if my bill is, you know, I got a couple rounds of shots.
Yeah.
Whatever at $60-$70. Here's an extra 20 on top.
100%.
I'll eat that. I'll give you that 90.
Thank you.
Because now, every other time I come, you're gonna come to me.
You're
first,
ready.
Like you said.
You're ready.
And you're gonna give me a free shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're
I
ignoring
don't
the
have
crowd.
to tip you fucking $15 every time or $20.
It's just establishing. It's like really kind of crazy, but it just like establishes like a code of respect. It just shows that you like have been there before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
just
'cause
act like you've been there before.
Industry.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what it is? This
too.
could be kind of crazy, but I feel like it could be because of how the economy changed, and you see how like
100%.
you see
for
how
sure.
people you see how like now like a place like Starbucks is asking you for tips after people might perceive it like that, like, you know how you don't tip, like I personally don't tip when it comes to fast food places. Like I'm not, like, you didn't do it, like there's no service, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like I'm not tipping personally. You know what I mean? If you did something, if you're a waiter, if you did something like
fair
service wise, I'll tip you. But like
I never knew fast food places ask for tips.
yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a new thing. It's been in the last 2-3 years. Yeah, Subway asks for tip.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's what's actually, that might be part of the problem, is maybe people are so desensitized to anything that's like.
I'm going to A&W. A&W ain't asking me to tip.
I think they are.
No.
I think they are.
I tip the people by my A&W, but I live.
But
right
that's
beside
okay.
it.
Yeah, like
You
like
take
teach
the
his own.
coins.
They see me all the time though, and like they also deal with like crazy people every single
Yeah,
day. So.
teach his own. I'm not saying
Fair.
don't do it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like, again, before this became normalized.
Yeah.
Like I'm only tipping you if there's.
How the
like,
hell we get here? That's what I want to know. Because we were talking about her relationship, and now we here. That's kind of crazy.
Talking about bread.
Yeah.
Talking about money.
Well, I wanted to give her that compliment about her relationship.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I have a
knock
topic I want to talk
I'm
about.
gonna knock.
Knock on wood on that.
I
Here's
got
hoping.
I got a lot of love for both of you, so I
Yeah.
want to see this successful.
Too.
Because I think,
Yeah,
I
we're
think
rooting
it
for
just
y'all.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like at first, when I heard it, I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, I know. That was a lot of people's reaction. They
And
were
then
like,
once I
"This makes
seen it,
sense." Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, this is
Yeah.
it." Just let it
And
be.
you're right. He's the only person that can like really put me in my place.
Bro, the way I seen
Like-
him put you in your place a couple times. I
Like
was
he
like,
puts
"Oh."
like he, because
She
I hate
rowdy.
to. This is like kind of crazy and like maybe like a little
wanna say rowdy.
toxica of me, but like if a man lets me walk all over him, I will walk all. I have done it.
Yeah.
And like that was like not very nice of me, but like
females do that.
But I just, well, a lot of people do that. Men and women
Yeah,
do that.
I
People
agree.
will get away with what you will let
You're
them
right.
get away with.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
100%.
A lot of people.
It's like a
we
lot
gotta
of people.
Stop saying male, female.
Yeah. It's just people.
It is
Because people are messy.
Yes.
Like, depending on where you meet them in their life. It happened to be that, like, he and I met each other at a point that we were both being like, okay, we've done our single shit. We are ready to leave the streets. We know what we don't want in a relationship, which
Yeah.
is sometimes easier than figuring out what you do want. Especially with us, like, moving in together.
Yeah.
That was, like, a big conversation. But, like, we just, like, both were, like, kind of, like, fuck it. Because, like, why are we going to waste each other's time? Let's talk about trauma. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about career goals. Let's talk about where we want to live one day. Let's talk about if we want kids. Let's talk about, like, all the things.
Let's take the
up front,
sidewalk.
lay it on the table. And then, like, if it works, cool. If it doesn't, like, at least we tried. It's just, like, one of those mentalities that the both of us have. But that's part of the reason why it's, like, when, like,
You're on the same page.
yeah, because like I'll spiral, and I know this about myself. Like I'm a very highly emotional person, as you said. So like
I've seen it.
when I'm getting like a little crazy town on things, he has an ability to just like bring me down to earth. But it's the same thing with him. Sometimes, you know, he's like a very tough guy, and like he's very, very much so there for all the people in his life. So he carries a lot of weight.
Yeah,
so
sometimes
he
someone
needs
needs
the
to
same
be there
thing.
for
He
him.
needs someone just to like kind of like give him the space to like
Yeah.
be comfortable and show support as well. I think it's just what, you know, men and women need. It's
Yeah.
just, you just need someone to like really be on your team, and that's it.
I feel like we've been so programmed by the old school ways that it's like that's the only way to have a relationship, or that's the only way to be successful in life, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, is it that way? Like, yes, that's a way that worked for certain people. But then I look at certain things and I'm like, well, now divorce rates are the highest they've ever fucking been. So clearly whatever you told us to do is not working in today's generation. So why are we doing the same thing? How do we figure out a new thing? I was having this conversation with T yesterday, but it was just more about like life. You know, we tend to compare ourselves to different people. I have a homie who's married, beautiful home, everything, successful. It looks like there's a little tension there. Cool. I have a homie who's super successful. A couple girls wanted him. He's being picky about it. A couple pretty girls. He's being picky about it because, you know, she might have been around a couple of celebrities, whatever the case may be. Cool. Right? I don't think he's going to find a woman, even though he needs one in his life. Super close, not emotional, just money, work. Cool. I have another homie who's sitting here and he's like, bro, I got out of a relationship, was just on a tour or whatever, found this girl. She understands me. She's a girl for me. Me and her both broke up with our spouses around the same time. And we both had a very similar situation. And now we're here. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, these are 3 different people. Yeah. 3 different lives. Yeah. All doing their own thing. And I'm sitting here looking at myself and I'm like, do I want to marry the wrong person and then ask for divorce? Do I want to be cold-hearted and not, I don't want to say cold-hearted, but do I not want to find love? Or do I just have to be me and whatever happens, happens? Rather than...
Last one.
Oh, I was like...
No, I'm agreeing. I'm like saying you're spot on.
Do I have something on my nose?
No, you're good, you're good.
But it's like, which one is it? You know what I mean? Because you see so many different things. And there are the traditional men that want their woman a certain way. And that's cool. You will find that woman out there for you. Yeah. There's women like that. Then there are the men that are cool. And, I mean, there's the fucking men and women that like to share each other. That's a whole different story.
Swangers.
I was going to say another word, but yes. Ben knows.
Eyes closed deep, just swanging. You know, don't sleep on me, baby.
Listen, I know
You're
she
so
said,
musical today.
I know she said she was being Cupid, but like, what's going on here?
Eyes closed, just swanging.
He's in his feelings.
I don't know, and you were asking me if I'm in love. Yeah. I think he's in love.
I'm definitely not in love.
You think I'm in love?
No, I am.
Fuck these hoes.
Yeah. I agree, though, entirely. And to be honest with you, it's the same thing with me and my girlfriends. We're all in different areas of life. I have friends that are married. I have friends that, like, literally we just celebrated. Like, someone's, like, you know, like a baby's first birthday.
I've seen that.
I have other friends that are getting married. Like, I have friends that are, like, so single, don't want anything to do with that. Other ones want, you know, to be stay-at-home mom. Other ones want to be the provider or, like, literally, like, fully, you know what I mean? Like just, like, career and, like, want to be single and, like, whatever. And I think at the end of the day, like that's kind of what I was saying before, is you just need to find people, and not even in relationships, in all aspects of life, people that just, like, mesh with you. Like, my girlfriends that, like, we live completely different lives. There's, like, one of them, she works a 9 to 5. She's been married. She lives in the suburbs. Her and I will catch up. We've been friends for years. And, like, we'll catch up, like, 4 times a year if we can because of schedules and life. But, like, we've had the conversation where we're like, I know I'm not your best friend. And I am so okay with not being your best friend. But for all of your big life moments... Like, I went to her wedding in Italy a few summers ago.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And I had gone through a breakup right before that. And I remember calling her being like, hey, babe, I'm single now. And I had a +1 for your wedding. But you're doing a very intimate, beautiful wedding in Italy. You know, if you want to give the seat away, give the seat away. And she was like, oh, my God, do you still want to come to my wedding? And I was like, she's like, you're going to, like, be by yourself. Like, I know her parents. I know her closer friends. But she was, like, really concerned about me being by myself. She was like, are you sure you don't want a +1? You can bring anyone. I wouldn't let anyone else do this, but I don't want you to feel like you're by yourself. And I was like, I don't feel like I need to do that. I was like,
I'm here to celebrate you.
I'm here to celebrate you and your husband.
She didn't bring anybody.
I went by myself. I just, like, I didn't have a date. I'm like, you know, I wasn't in, like, the bridal party. I was just, like, there because, like, she's my friend. And, like, we have a pact and an unwritten rule in our friendship that we are, like, when we have babies, when we have promotions, like we'll sit down. It's actually me, her, and another one of our girlfriends, and we'll do these like seasonal dinners. And we come back and we're like, I feel like we're like picking up on another episode where we're like, you know, what happened last time, and oh my god, and blah 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 blah, and like, you know, we try to like.
That's interesting.
We keep up like on the phone and like text and FaceTimes and whatever, but it's also just like we know our schedules are different. We know our priorities are different. We know that each one of us has different friend groups that are established that we see more often than we see each other, and we don't feel threatened. And I think the same thing can be said in a relationship. It can be said in friendships. It can be said in business. It's just like you have to find people that understand your expectations and your boundaries, and then like kind of just, you know, align and like just ride with it and just be cool with it.
I like that.
Yeah, same thing, especially the thing for like dating. 210%.
I gotta go back outside.
Buddy, you're already outside. You just need to stop being on the street and go on the sidewalk, buddy. You just live
like actually outside because you felt like you needed air.
No, like I gotta go like meet people.
I thought you meant like I'm like emotionally winded right now.
No.
She's spitting and I need a break.
You are spitting game, but no, I meant like
I thought that's what you meant.
I need to go meet more people.
You need to go outside.
I need to just be outside.
meet more people like-minded.
Be outside.
You know?
I'm cooked, so I don't know if I'm gonna find another cooked
Nah,
person.
you will, bro. There's bare cooked
will.
people
I'm
out there.
fucking cooked.
Nah, you will, bro.
You're fine.
That's
Yeah.
my ex about me.
You think he's cooked?
Oh.
There you go.
She knows I'm cooked. She's just trying to be nice.
No, I don't think you're like, I think you're an acquired taste sometimes. But I think
I'm a what?
an acquired taste.
What does that mean?
That means that like someone will have a specific appetite for you.
She's
in the
dissing
same
you,
way.
basically.
She's basically saying I'm ugly.
She's not calling you ugly, but
I'm not
like
calling you ugly. What I'm saying is, yes,
She's calling me a
exactly.
niche.
Thank you.
I'm a niche?
You're,
That's crazy.
it's just.
Is it my style?
I'm not gonna talk about that.
I know
I'm not
why
gonna
she's
roast
dissing
you.
me.
I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying there's gonna be someone that like won't think you're cooked. They're gonna see all of the
know why
little
she's
weird
dissing
things
me.
about you, and they're gonna be like really into it. Same thing about like think about your friendship, right? Y'all see each other at like the most vulnerable, weird, embarrassing, I'm sure sometimes moments. Y'all be like little weirdos together, probably behind closed doors, right? Because you're friends, you're besties. You could like be like that.
But is it weird? We're just being ourselves.
Exactly, you're being yourself. But that's what I'm saying.
She
And you
just
don't
calls
judge
me a
each other
niche,
for
bro.
being
You know how
yourself.
cheesed I am?
Yeah.
I'm a niche.
Bro, you've been singing this whole episode just breaking out straight a cappella, and like
Yeah.
he hasn't flinched once. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing, just transferred to another person.
Nah, because I'm here. I'm still thinking about me being a niche.
Okay.
That's what I'm cheesed about.
Siri, play Somebody Who Loves Me by Drake and Party.
Yeah, for real.
We'll be
Yeah.
right back.
There's someone out for me. Listen, I ain't even explaining myself. Fuck that. I know who I am.
Yeah. Period.
She said niche, guys.
That's how you get anywhere in life. You just gotta know who the fuck you are.
Oh, I know who the fuck I am.
Gotta know who the fuck you are.
I know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
She called me a niche, bro. I'm still cheesed about that.
Why? That means you're a niche is a good thing.
She said acquired taste.
Bro.
That's when she was dissing.
Acquired taste. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
Acquired taste. And he's like,
It's like
Yeah.
it's off menu.
I understand why, though. I'm just not going to bring it on camera.
It's okay.
She knows.
Yeah,
She knows
it's
I
okay.
know why.
It's okay.
It's like she's
Fine,
like
you're
Me
fine,
and her
you're fine,
know
you're
why.
fine. You're
she's
fine.
like she's like
You're
She's not really
fine.
dissing me. She
you're
disses
fine.
someone else through me.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
It's okay. Anyways,
She knows that. That's why I'm like, what? You're not doing that to me. I'm nothing like
yo,
that.
you're being toxica right now.
She is being
I am.
toxica right now.
Jeez.
She is. She knows. That's
Get a
why
little
she smiled at
spicy.
me. And I'm not giving her that energy. But it's
Jeez.
okay.
You're
good, you're good.
That's still my dog. I don't care what y'all say.
Acquired
She can say
taste
whatever
is
the fuck it
crazy.
is. She
She
knows.
just basically
And I
called
will.
you kiwi juice.
Kiwi juice is. Ew.
Kiwi juice is crazy, bro. What the
It's an
fuck?
acquired taste.
That's true.
She didn't call me that. I'll tell you this. She called someone else that.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, what's that thing that you used to get beside your crib? That the juice boxes from the convenience store, beside your old crib.
Punch.
Yeah.
Peanut punch.
Yeah, I don't know. I just randomly came to mind that shit.
Oh, I'd be peanut punch.
Crazy.
Bro, peanut punch is delicious.
Yeah, you ever had it?
I have a sexy Caribbean.
Of course, I've had peanut punch.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
All right, season 2 episode. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like doing this?
I like yapping.
Are you a podcast girl?
She's been podcasting.
Are you a podcast girly?
Define. What do you mean by that?
Do you have to? Let me ask you this.
Can I ask you something, bro?
After this is kind of like a wild question.
I'm gonna ask about
Do you how like have you ever had to send that "Hey Girlie" text?
Hey Girlie Text.
What's the hey girlie
The
text?
fuck is a Hey Girlie Text?
What's the hey girlie text?
The "Hey Girlie" text.
I don't
It's
know
like
what that means.
it's the text you give when you don't know the girl and you might have done something with her man and you're just
No.
like,
That's crazy.
No.
that's a "Hey Girlie" text.
No.
I
Anytime.
thought that's what you were talking
Yeah.
about.
No. I'm gonna be so clear about this.
Talk to him.
I'm gonna be so clear about this.
Talk
Make
your
sure you're
shit.
clear.
Talk your shit.
Speak with clarity.
This goes for men and women, but I think especially
Men.
for the girlies in the chat. For the girlies. Okay?
For the girlies in the chat, baby.
Stop getting mad at her and fight him.
Oh,
Because-
thank you.
Vice versa.
Yes.
Well, actually, I think men already do that.
Yeah, I think men
don't-
already do that,
Men
for
don't
sure.
get mad at an ex-man. They just look
100%.
at the girl and be like, okay, you're a waste bitch.
100
Excuse me. Sorry, mama.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
You're a waste woman.
Your mother did not raise you like that.
She did not raise me
She
like
did
that.
not
She'd be
raise you
mad
like
at me
that.
when I say that.
100%. I think it's one of those things. It's the same thing that we like called on before of like if someone can take your person that easily, but I don't like the energy of there's like a third party, whoever the third party is, getting looped into something that like they might not have known about. Not they knew about it, like even still, they're still being told for some reason that it's okay to cross that boundary. Like they're having the illusion that like, you know what I mean? Like
This ain't Mario Party.
yeah, like
We're not chasing stars.
Sure, yes.
This ain't Mario
But
Party.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
no.
just think
On a
it's
real
one of those
tip,
things.
yeah.
I would never, if anyone even sent me a "Hey Girlie" text or like
Did you ever get the "Hey Girlie" text?
no, I actually haven't.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless, which is amazing. Nor will never will.
Ooh.
But like,
Yeah.
But like, same thing, like vice versa. I'm also like very like much a person of like if you want to go and do that, like you can go and do that. But like, I'm gonna be so far gone. Like I'm out,
Okay,
and
Drake.
that's always been. Fuck.
Relax.
But you know what I mean? Like,
No, I hear you. I hear you.
I'm dipping. Like,
I hear you.
there's,
I hear you loud and clear.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the fit. Like, what was
What was
I
the
wanna talk
inspiration
more
today?
about, the styling world. I want to talk,
clothing.
the
Okay, cool.
clothing.
Yeah, let's get
you
into
know,
it.
How you put outfits together, what your vision is. How did this kind of come together? Like the earrings, the jewelry, everything. How did all that?
So, like, I guess I'll just do like a quick like little Cliff's notes for the people like who might not know me.
Yeah.
My background is originally in dance, as you know,
Yes.
but like in like a very formal way. Like I went to art school, Etobicoke School of the Arts, for people who are in Toronto that like know that. I didn't graduate high school also either. I never graduated high school.
So you didn't graduate, but you went to.
I went to the high school. Like I went there. I did all 4 years there, but I was a terrible student.
So you didn't drop out of high school.
No, I like went, but like
You just didn't graduate.
I wouldn't say like I dropped out. I was involved in like, I would go for like my dance classes because like it was like my major there.
You
So
weren't
like
in like special ed classes or anything.
I should have been. I should have. I'm not even playing.
Is it just because you didn't like school?
In grade 12, I found out that I had like really bad ADHD. But it was at the point, the reason why I found out was because I was failing so many classes. And like, I was like not a good student. However, my teachers were always like, you're a really good like person. Like you're very like, you really apply yourself to like
you're a social butterfly.
extracurriculars and stuff like that. So basically our school for our performances would commission this like seamstress and like her team of people to make costumes. So in the 11th grade, I like went to her and I was like, hey, like I kind of want to learn how to sew. Can I learn from you? And I learned from her and I just like completely dove into that in like my final year, like my senior year, to the point that I was like skipping my classes to like go and do that. At the school. So I was at the school.
Did you know that back then? Like, when you did that, did you know that this is your career?
No. I had no idea what I wanted to do.
It was just something that you were enjoying.
It was just something I was enjoying. And like, I always
passion, no love towards it. You just had.
I mean, growing up, I always loved clothing. Like, that's never been a surprise. Like, I was the type that I would do household chores to save up for like the coolest, like.
I hope you don't hate
Don't
clothing.
strike me as a tomboy, I'll tell you that much.
No, I think I'm kind of like, I think more so now I might be like a little more tomboy, but
I feel like that's just the style.
I'm pretty
nowadays.
girly girl.
You're just swaggy.
Thank you.
As long as you don't get the hey girly text.
No, never that.
That's
no.
crazy.
And also like.
By the way, your
also
teachers
never-
were dissing, eh?
Pardon me?
Your teachers were dissing. They were telling you were an acquired taste.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah. But yes, 100%. But it was one of those
I
things.
gotta bring that back around, bro.
It was one of those things.
Man, that's what I do.
Because I didn't graduate, I just like started working. And I worked for like a bunch of like stores in Toronto, like luxury boutiques and stuff. And then I just kind of one day started to like put clothes on my friends that like were dancers. So like for like their auditions or like shows and stuff like that. Yeah, so I like kind of got into it that way.
Up with them as they were.
With my friends, or like, and I would do it like with my girlfriends when we were like, if we were going to like the club.
Now she has friends, so she dresses up.
And now I do it with my bands. The best thing ever.
It's kind of cool.
It's so fun. It's like, but it's one of those things where it's like, I just
Does it feel like a job?
Yes.
I got a question for you.
It does.
Would you let a girl dress you?
Long dramatic pause.
Are you one of those guys who's like very like, I don't want to say insecure.
Like yes and no.
More like egotistic.
I like to understand it. For example, I'll give you an example. Like in one of my previous relationships, I didn't see the appeal of light colored jeans or like.
I can understand that.
Yeah, like as a guy, and then like I had to
depending on the style.
Yeah, like light colored jeans.
Like baby blue or like
like baby blue.
Super light wash.
Yeah, light wash, and it could really bring out your outfit, like depending, like if you're wearing like light colors.
Yeah.
Like, and I was so opposed to that, like being younger. So it's like more than styling. I like, again, at the end of the day, when you style yourself as a guy, you're trying to like. You're styling yourself for the ladies. I'm not styling myself. Like, sure, if men's are around, it's cool. But, like, I'm not styling myself to look good for my homies. I want to look good for women.
Okay, but that's
so
question.
No, so I'm answering you by saying like I would let them style me, but more than anything, I'm trying to understand like what they like, what they're looking for.
So if your woman came to you with an outfit, and she was like, "Babe, I think you would look like so hot in this."
Yeah.
You're probably you give it like a go.
I'll give it a go, but
okay,
I want to, but because I don't like it, I'm more so like, help me understand why you like it.
Got you.
That's where I'm coming from, more than just rocking it.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I think that's just
like weird, bro.
No, I think
help
that's
me
normal
understand
though.
where you're coming from.
Yeah.
The girl just told you look sexy in it.
But what if it's a bad outfit?
Because it's not just about that. How can I add this in my wardrobe?
A bad outfit.
She might. Like I mean in the sense of like it's the same thing as like,
You know a woman's not gonna approach her man with an outfit that's gonna make him look goofy outside if she's going.
But it might be, hear me out. Like if we're talking like stereotypical styles. Say he's like, right, he's in all black. It's like kind of like more of like an athletic type of vibe of things, right? Like you got like the Nike on, got like the body like fanny pack type deal. You got like a looser fitting pant, right?
I got
like,
the Skechers.
But like, hear me out. And then like his girl, he knows what she dresses like, but she might be like, say she's a little more preppy, right? And she's like, and she comes to him and she wants him in like tighter chinos and like a polo. And that's not his swag. He's just saying that he's trying to understand why she is attracted to that and why she would think it would like look good on him.
Because I wouldn't look at it and be like, this is attractive.
And be like,
so why do you think
this is what you think my style is? Because it's like he's presenting himself maybe while they've been dating in like one way where she's like, it's like, and if you pick something the complete opposite style of someone's like typical style, you might be like, well, why'd you pick that?
But this is the thing.
Yeah.
Just?
All right, shut up. If a guy is,
I know.
Most guys dress they'll have the 1-2 drippy things with the shoes, and then they'll have the jewelry, and that's it. And then the fresh cut. It's a cut for us. It's not a clothes.
What the
it's
fuck,
the
bro?
cut.
What are you saying,
I don't
most
care
guys,
what any
bro?
of these fucking dudes say.
Okay.
I don't care about these dumbass fucking dudes that are gonna see you and be like, "Oh, I had fashion before." Shut the fuck up. You wear Jordans, you wear black jeans, and you wear a white T-shirt with a hat, or you wear fucking.
You
Jordans
just hating, bro.
With black on black, and then you think you're stylish, or you think you're fashionable. You're not. The girls might look at it and be like, "Oh, cool, he matched."
It's clean. It's
this and that."
classic.
Cool.
But it's not
That's cool.
groundbreaking.
Right.
Yeah.
So if this is your style, if your girl comes to you and says, "Hey, babe, wear this because this would look better on you," as a man, you need to shut the fuck up and wear it. Because
Bro, that's why you don't have swag.
Hold
bro.
on. No. Clearly, in her head, that woman took time to think about how that outfit would look on you. And she envisioned it. Then grew the fucking cojones to say, "Hey, babe, I think you should wear this." And you're going to sit here and go, "Tell me why you think it looks
I hate when
good."
you act my voice like that.
Shut up, you
It's so
fucking
stupid.
twat.
It's so
You're a
stupid. That's why you
weirdo.
have no swag,
What are
bro.
you talking about?
You need a stylist.
Tell me
You know the song by Drake and
why
French Montana,
you
No
need-
Stylist? You can't listen to
Tell
that
me
song.
why you think
You
it's
need a
sexy.
stylist, bro.
That's the dumbest
You need
thing
an
ever.
on-demand stylist,
You're telling
bro.
me I need a stylist. You wear all black.
Yeah, bro.
All black with Skechers.
Yeah.
Those Skechers, bro. You know who wears those Skechers? Those Thermal fucking dishwashers. That's who wears those Skechers. Don't talk to me about style.
It's my
With
work
the Nike
shoes,
sock
bro.
is
Don't talk
kind
to
of
me about
crazy.
shit like that. They're
I'm so
comfy.
sorry.
Don't get me
With
wrong.
the Nike sock is kind of crazy.
Don't get me wrong. See?
It's okay.
Now we talk. That's my point.
That's okay.
I don't want to hear.
That's all I
about,
wear, Nike socks.
Oh, I need to know why you find it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're
Nah,
trying
you
too
need
hard.
a stylist all the time.
You're trying too hard to act like you know about fashion.
You're not trying
And you're
enough.
not.
You're not trying enough.
No, I do my thing, and if my girl, if I have a woman
Yeah.
in my life
Yeah.
that comes out of her way and says,
Yeah.
"Try this on," yeah, let me try it on.
you gotta try
but
it.
also, I wear different things. I'm not like you trying to be street culture.
It's the same thing,
Wear
though.
baggy stuff or wear
Yeah.
sports stuff. I'll go to the polo shirts. I'll go to the tighter
'cause you're a
pants.
simp.
You know-
No, because I'm a real fucking. I have an eye for acquired taste. Because I'm an acquired taste. Right? Not like you.
He's not gonna let this go.
Right? Not like you.
I'm letting everyone know. I'm not gonna be surprised if it's like 2.5 months from now and I get a DM and it just says acquired taste.
You know, I
and
don't.
that's
You know, I
it.
realized I
He
don't
will
have
not
your
let
number.
this go.
I realized I don't have your number because I was talking to Elijah about it, and I was like,
Oh, really?
I'm gonna ask her for her number," and I
Yeah.
said that in front of him so he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
I was like, "How the fuck did
That's
I not have her
fine.
number?"
Ty's on my Crave account. And like
Ty's
that's not-
different though,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's little
Ty.
bro.
That's my baby.
That's little bro.
My little brother.
Shout out Ty. That's
Yeah,
what that.
shout out Ty.
Hey, that guy got swag too. Still,
Yeah, he does. That man dresses.
he knows how to dress.
He-
Yeah.
But like my thing is like, okay, so style to me is very much so like your personality, but also like I think it evolves based on like where you are in life, right?
Right.
For example, where I was maybe 5-10 years ago, I used to wear like, you know, partially because of the style and like the trends, but I also was dressing a lot. Like I was dressing up a lot more. I was in heels every single day. I was in a boot every single day.
I was gonna
in
say, you wear
something.
combat boots?
Yeah, like I 100%. But I also was like a heeled boot girl. I'm talking. I would do like a 12-hour shift, committed to a heel, like a
like a tight
crazy person.
You should get
like, I was
Skechers
like-
heels.
like a blazer and like a pantsuit. Like I was like that kind of person.
Right.
And that was fine because of where I was working and like what I was doing and like whatever. But now like my style has had to shift because of what my career requires of me or what my life
Okay.
requires of me.
Okay.
So I think like people ask me all the time like how to define my style, but I think it's one of those things where the only constant trend that I have is I like maximalism. And like maximalism is just like more of more. It's color, it's texture, it's excitement, it's things that people are not really wearing.
Say that again,
Maximalism. Maximalist.
Maximus.
I want you to do the thing with the words maximal.
Is Tranny usually doing minimalism?
Yeah, he's pretty classic. But like a lot of people are. This is, yes, correct. This is very ornate. There's texture, there's color, there's print, there's like things that are going on. But I also think, you know, we live in Toronto. It's a very neutral city. Like a lot of people just wear like, you know, grays, maybe greens, like an army green, khaki green
Uniqlo.
kind of thing. Yeah, like, and like, you know, black, white, gray. That's totally fine. Don't get me wrong. But like I myself have always been someone who really looks at it as an art form. And I appreciate that. However, for example, my man, again, can appreciate it, but it's not his priority. Right. That man likes to be comfortable. Me too. He likes to be comfortable. And I've also dated other guys where like they'll wear something to like throw a fit, and like that's totally cool, and it might not be the most comfortable or practical thing, but they're doing it because
the fit looks nice.
Yeah, but it's like that's their personality, that's their interest.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. I don't have really a preference either way, but I do appreciate the fact that like he's open to trying new things. Right. And like he puts that trust in me because he knows it's like my strong suit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, like style is really, like I kind of made a joke, I think, before we started filming. Clothes are not that serious. Like, yes, my career is fully built on clothes. And yes, I take my career seriously because you asked if it feels like a job. It definitely has like weight to it because like this is how I eat now, like literally. But I also think at the end of the day, it's not intended to be so serious. I think it's I think clothing and the art of getting dressed should be.
I like that.
More fun for people.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, if you like it, like, fuck it. I love it. Like, just wear it. Like,
it's true. It's true.
Just wear the clothes. Like, it's just, you know.
Take that advice. I want to see how you're gonna look. You look like a clown.
So what do you think of
fucking red Converse?
Do you think what do you think of Toronto's fashion? Do you think people dress well here?
I think it has like room to grow for sure.
Yes.
It has room to grow.
I said it, y'all came at me
like,
and fucking.
You're not a stylist, bro.
No, I said it. I said the streetwear that is here, it's so overdone, and I don't even think it's not even our culture. This came from New York and fucking.
Yo, when I go to Montreal, I feel like they dress better than us.
But I think anywhere that's cold.
Yo, did you hear that?
No, I think it is a lot more effort to look good.
Do you think baggy's back in style for now, and is it gonna stay long?
I don't think it ever left for me personally.
For you,
but I also have sensory issues. So I don't like.
It'll probably change.
Like, you know what? Which one I hated the most? The skinny jeans. I never understood them.
Yeah, fuck a skinny jean.
I was like, how you guys think this is cool? And some women thought it was hot.
This might be like TMI.
Like
it was like those One Direction days in the Justin Bieber time when he was coming up.
Those skinny jeans were not coming up.
I have a male friend, and I love him so much.
Is he?
But that man is
straight.
Yeah, but he's double caked up. Like I'm saying. He is a thick-thighed, big booty man.
That is so.
And
he's wearing skinny jeans.
And he works. I'm not gonna say because in case anyone knows him or like can allude to who he is.
Do I know him?
Maybe. But like he for his career has to wear suits, and like that's really cool. He gets them like custom because of his measurements. That's cool.
Who I think it is.
But maybe. But
Shelby's friend.
Yeah. But like. But I love him so.
That's my dog, by the way.
I love him so much.
Friends.
He's like a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But like we make jokes at him. I'm like, babe, get a wider pant. Like figure it out. Like this is crazy. Oh, he'd be great on the pod.
I know, but
he's actually a professional yapper.
Yeah,
it's literally what he does for a living.
I wanted him.
And he has a podcast too.
I know.
Yeah. He's super talented.
I know.
Yeah, but
first time I met him.
But I'll dress him for it because his wardrobe gets a little crazy.
He should.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him come out 1-2 times.
No, but like he's stunning. He's super handsome. You know what I mean? Like he's a nice guy. Like he, you know.
I hear London gets it a lot, but like, what's a city that dresses well? Like is known for dressing
London.
well.
I would move to London.
Is that 100%. The city that
Does
dresses
Paris
well?
Dress well?
Pardon me?
Paris.
It's okay. I didn't like Paris as a whole.
Because like Paris is known as a fashion city, you know, like
it is.
There's definitely. Are they just a bunch of weirdos putting on?
No, they
like,
dress well, but
cloths and like duvets.
I just didn't.
It's a fucking fashion.
Yeah. I think, you know what? I love like a New York because I think there's a dialogue around clothing that people have there.
What about Miami?
They're not. Yeah, Miami too. Okay. Because I think in some of these cities, same with London, if you see something that you like on someone else, you're gonna say it. Like, you're going to pay someone a compliment. There's, like, a culture and a community of people that just enjoy it. I don't see it as much. I
always compliment people on their stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Except me.
I don't.
I always, like, if I see a dude that's rocking a tough jacket or a female.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. I like people who dress well.
I
try to as well, but I think the general culture still is a little bit too screw face.
I just feel
capital.
like Toronto's just like,
Yeah.
too cool.
I wouldn't hold back if someone were like, look.
100%, the same way.
That's what we were talking off camera. It's like,
But I
why
definitely
you
think
have to
I like what I
be
like.
different?
I have a really big controversial opinion on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I 100% think it has to do with how people approach their own situations. I think it's like 10 years ago in creative industries, there was not a lot of money in the city to be made. So you would gatekeep your contacts a lot more, and you would like, you know, if your client was your client, you wouldn't necessarily share.
Okay.
And like your resources. I think now, because of the economy in terms of like the shift between USD and CAD, there's a lot of US production companies that come to Toronto because they can shoot for less, but still get like equal grade talent, which is awesome. So I think there's like a lot more recognition here, and especially with like the rise of a lot of big artists, as we know, like people recognize Toronto a lot more. And I constantly preach that like it's not Toronto versus Toronto, like other people in Toronto. It's Toronto versus like the rest of the world. Like to like really make a name for ourselves, because I've been born and raised in this city. Like, you know, like I have been going downtown since I was 11 years old. And I think that there's unfortunately still a little bit some people that, you know, gatekeep and are a little stushy with some things.
Okay.
And I think I personally don't have that. I have a really, really great community of other women, of other creatives, where like if one of my girls who's like a stylist, who's also doing the same job I'm doing, needs something, she'll hit me up and be like, hey, can I borrow this from you? Can I rent it from you? You know what I mean? Or like, oh, I need your opinion on this. Or, oh, like I would still like love to work with you. Or, oh, I can't do this job. Can you do it? Because I trust you with this client who's typically my client. I have like a girlfriend of mine who's also a stylist. She moved to LA. She typically works with Savannah Ray, who's an incredible artist.
What's her name?
Jess Maury.
Okay.
She's super cool though. But basically when she moved to LA, like she got like her like visa to like be there temporarily and whatever, and she's killing it, which is amazing to see. But she like, you know, Savannah's her client. She's been her client. She's built that image for the artist. So it's important. It's coveted, you know, like she really, it's like, it's your work. It's your baby. It's your relationship.
Yeah.
And she.
You feel the same as Sophia?
100%. 100%. Because I also just know.
I've seen
I love her.
different style and like
and
how
she's
you're dressed.
doing incredibly. But what I'm saying is,
She's very amazing.
if I, for some reason, weren't to work with Soph on something, and here's the thing, if she's like overseas in London, or she's in the States, or she's, you know, they need, her management team needs another stylist, hire another stylist. But also, my worry is that sometimes in a new relationships, people won't necessarily say no to things. They won't advocate for things, or the stylist won't really get their vibe and like kind of put them in something weird.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've built this whole body of work of imagery with this artist, so I
already know her.
Yeah, and then I don't want it to like, I don't want my artist to like look crazy, and not that she's my artist, but I just mean in the sense of like, this is my work.
Yeah.
You know, and if the person ends up looking crazy, people might think it's my art, like it's my work on her.
What's the craziest experience you've had at a photo shoot or a video shoot working for other companies and big artists? Whether it's funny or crazy, we don't have to mention names.
I've had like a lot of, okay, so I built a lot of my career during COVID.
You ever work on a Drake set yet?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I worked on
I remember Ty telling me something.
I was with like a team of people. It was for Drake, DJ Khaled, and Lil Baby.
Try me another time.
That one?
Yeah. It was like the
Staying
the
Alive.
hospital. Yes. Yeah. I was on that. That was an overnight shoot. That was
That was a
long.
fire video.
How was that?
It was great. It was good. We were with a team of people, and like the thing is, you know, one group would be here grabbing this and one group would be here grabbing that, and you know, there's like multiple credit cards from the production company, so you know, just grab what you can because you have 3 days notice of stuff and figure it out kind of deal.
And that shoot was like one day?
Yeah, it was just one night. It was like we started
10
at 5
hours?
p.m. and we wrapped at 5 a.m.
That's what I thought.
like, which is a lot. Yeah.
It wasn't like a crazy concept. I feel like it's like.
It wasn't a crazy concept. It was a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
You know, and it's
I
like,
feel like
then,
that's a one-day shoot. Like,
and then you have,
it looks believable based on
you know,
like.
and you have like the video girls who like, God bless them, but they come in and, you know, they're like there with like the group and everything, and they're really opinionated on what they want to wear because they want to look the best, and like, I totally get it, but it's also like, you know, like you're a professional hot girl. If you're like a video,
You're a video vixen.
If you're like getting flown out, like you're like a professional. I'm a hot girl. I'm not like that level of hot girl, like, you know. But I think it's just one of those things.
Did you just claim yourself to be a hot girl?
I am a hot girl. I'm never gonna not be a hot girl.
See what I mean? A woman. Anyway, go on.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying in the sense is like, you know, there's just like a decorum on set of like trusting other people to be able to do their job.
Right.
You know, if I'm on like a team with like 4 or 5 other stylists on like a project that's that big of scale, you just have to trust that other people know what they're doing and communicate and be cool and like level-headed, because pressure gets crazy for some people.
Is that the biggest you've worked with for other people, or?
For a team size, yeah. That was probably one of my biggest, yeah.
Does it get bigger than that, or that's just like,
yeah,
whoa?
for sure.
Really?
It depends on the project. Like, honestly, yeah. I mean, like, you might be working on a movie. You might be just a buyer. You might just be the person that's, like, going to the mall to buy the things for the other people to fit them, for the other people to alter them, for the other people to create them. Like, it's a whole ecosystem, but it really depends.
That's so cool.
But there's, like, I've had, like, I don't even know if I can really recall, like, one specific thing that has been, like, stood out to me to be, like, crazy.
What was your favorite shoot that you've done up to now?
Oh, this is hard. I have a couple, and one of them is definitely the Makeway shoot for their shoe.
Yo, the orange shoes?
Yeah.
I love those shoes.
Yeah.
I love them.
They deserve it. They just deserve
Shout
it.
out to Makeway.
Shout out to
Shout out
Makeway.
to Shelby. That's
And
my
Abby.
dog.
Yeah.
And Abby. I've never met Abby. I've heard
You
a
never
lot
met
about
Abby?
your Abby.
She's lovely.
No, she never popped out
Yeah.
because when Shelby was popping out, I think Abby was pregnant.
Yeah,
So she
that makes
wasn't-
sense.
I don't think she was coming out to Colty as much.
That would clock out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
But,
I remember Shelby talking about it.
Yeah.
Because that's all Shelby kept talking about.
But that was probably just... That's the coolest one because, like, that's just me making money with my friends.
But that's what I'm thinking.
Like, that's just,
Yeah.
like Abby's husband, Neil, works with, like, he's, like, a partner of, like, Studio AM. Do you know Studio AM down in
I do,
Polson?
yeah.
With Anil?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
like...
met Anil through you, actually.
Yeah. So,
He
like...
used to come to Colty.
So, like, Anil's studio down on, like by Rebel, Neil is, like... Anil does, like, motion and, like, video and, like, tech and lighting and all these crazy things. He's also, like, always traveling. Neil does photography. Neil is married to Abby. Abby works Canada Basketball and Makeway. Shelby works Raptors. And you know what I mean? And, like, Makeway.
Shelby, you got to come on next.
Yeah.
Me and you have been talking about this for 2 years.
She has time in her off season. Hit her up in off season.
It is. It has to be an off season. Me and her talked about this.
But you know, even like Warren is like one of our homies as well, and like he works with
shout out to
Raptors,
Warren, too.
TSN. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's cool. Like when I'm doing stuff with the MLSE, I get to see them there.
Right.
It's like cool.
So you're
like
there all
the
the
Nike
time.
shoe,
Yeah.
like was like our like we had my nephew, like Abby and Neil's child, Everin, on set. Elijah came literally just to like hang out with the baby, like literally just to be like uncle, babysitter, you know. But like we probably really downplayed it the day of, but like it was crazy. They got their own Nike shoe, and you know what I mean.
That's
like
huge.
that's a crazy contract
Like,
to get.
you
You don't
literally
just
have your own
get
Nike
a shoe like ever, and like you know, and I think it's one of those things. It's like we kind of breeze past it because of how quickly things happen with it. But it's like I've been working with them since they got their first Nike contract to even carry Nike shoes, you know? So it's like...
I wish I came to that release party.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, she invited me.
It was super fun.
was-
But it's like even that, right? That whole thing, they got to hire Elijah. Like they got to hire friends for it. Like, you know? So it's just that sense of community that like... And I think community gets tossed around a lot nowadays.
A lot.
Community.
When it's not a community.
You know, inclusivity, diversity, like all these
More like
words.
Walking Dead.
Like they're buzzwords, but like what it really means at the core is like you are just building with your people. Like my friends who I make money with are like take away all of the other stuff, all the work stuff, it's like if I'm like down bad on anything in life,
They got you.
They got me. Like 100%. Like
Yeah.
when I was going through like that really bad breakup, Shelby would call me. She's one of the busiest people I know. She would call me every single day. She'd be like, hey, how long have you been awake? And I'd be like, 3 hours. She'd be like, have you left your bed? And I'd be like, no, because I was just so sad. I was like crying. And she would be like,
love a girl, bro.
And she'd stay on the phone with me till I like got up and like got out of the house and like went and like did my job, like did my career. It's like,
That's
you know, and she's like put me in rooms.
Why can't
like,
you be like that, bro?
Bro, I've been.
I'm sorry, that was very rude. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
What are you talking about? Like,
I
yeah.
No, I shouldn't be judging you.
Bro.
Sorry about that.
But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day,
Still
it's like,
fuck you, but
that's what this career is about. Like, otherwise, like, pursuing freelance stuff is so exhausting.
super hard.
And people think it's like so cool and so glamorous and like it
not.
is. No, it is. It really is. But like the ratio of how hard it is.
Yeah, when you're not getting enough deals and not enough to survival,
yeah,
like that's not cool. Yeah,
is like you're really like fighting for your life.
But real shit, I've been like meaning to ask you like for like most of the episode, like what's wrong with my black Nike socks? They're with Skechers.
No shade to Skechers. I'm actually working on a Skechers thing on Friday, but I don't know. You could just done
everything's all black.
You could have just done a black crew sock, you know?
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Did you see this new coffee party thing?
I did.
What do you think about it? Do you think it'll like be the new trend or like the new
will it ever take over the nightlife?
I don't think so.
I think that there's like an avenue for everything, right? Like there's clearly a need for it for people who want to still go out but don't necessarily want to go out in like at night for like.
But they have to be in bed by 8.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not opposed to it. I'm like super, you know, when like you learn too much about a topic and it kind of ruins it for you. I feel that only slightly because obviously my man is so talented at what he does that like the art of DJing has gotten slightly ruined for me.
She said that
because of the coffee party?
Not because of the coffee party, because I feel like there's a little bit of like a forced energy when you get a DJ with the huge crowd of people and then everyone is like has to be reactive because they know they're getting filmed.
I also just feel like you're not gonna stop the nightlife.
No, you'll never stop
people
the nightlife
go
train.
Out at night.
Yeah.
People want to pop bottles. There's birds that want to be fed. It's just a different vibe.
Yeah, but birds like breakfast.
No, birds like alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she knows.
If there's no mimosa there, I like it. I like a day party. Don't get me wrong. I like the things, but I think it's just. I think you could do it without the whole production setup. Is all I'm saying. I think it's cool to do like.
I think it's niche right now. I think it's just a trend.
It is. It really.
I feel like it slaps in the winter.
It's gone tomorrow.
Like it's a big winter thing, because we don't get as much sunlight and like.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah, like I don't think it'll have a big impact. I heard it's a big thing in Miami.
Yeah.
Actually, I discovered that recently.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to any of it, but I think it's just one of those things. I agree with the trend aspect because I think in like a lot of creative industries, you know, I hate it, but there is like this like pressure and this like push on like entrepreneurs and creatives to be like content.
But that's the world.
And it's the world that we live in now.
That's how you do it.
But I'm just a little. I don't think I'm the most. For myself personally, I wouldn't see myself constantly attending that structure of an event. That's all I'm saying.
Are you a city girl or a farm girl?
What do you mean?
Like, would you want to settle in the city or the farm?
I like both.
You have a balance?
But I definitely I love city because I like.
I have a farm beside the city, in Stouffville.
What does that even mean?
But like.
I should have caught that on camera.
One of my really good friends is an artist, and she lives on like a plot of land with her man.
Who's the artist?
Brianne Douglas. She's an incredible visual artist. She makes like crazy like full sculptures. Like she made like a 10, 12 foot guitar for like, what's it called? That country festival. Boots and Hearts. Yeah.
My favorite festival.
She does crazy stuff.
Benny, I know this sounds crazy because I'm asking you because, like, yo, you want to go to Boots and Hearts with me?
Bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
He wants to yee and he wants... He said, I want to yee and I want to haw.
I mean, I asked him because he's white. That's for sure.
That's funny.
I knew exactly where you were going with that.
What you telling me? Shut the
He's not like white.
I never said nothing. I was just laughing at you,
You
bro.
said
Nobody
shut
wants
the
to go to
fuck up.
fucking Boots and Hearts with you,
You're
bro.
half Ecuadorian, so you
Bitch
get it. Yeah,
ass.
it's fine.
Because you're gonna show up in Timberlands.
I would show up in Timberland.
No, you're gonna
Show me the
get.
shoes.
You know that. You know
Show me the
that.
shoes. Show me the shoes. These are the shoes that I would show up.
You know that really crazy New York like cowboy hat. Have you seen
Yes.
this? That's you.
Yes. Scottie was
With the
wearing
pair
that.
of Timbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be you.
I went to a game. He was wearing
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
I was wondering if.
Yeah.
he was
You be
something
Bruce Brown in that motherfucker.
like-
Yeah. That's yeehaw. That's crazy.
That's what I be doing.
Yeah.
While you're here, no, babe. I wanted you to tell me why you think it's sexy on me. Fucking idiot. I don't get it.
I do want to go to the Calgary Stampede.
What is that?
Ben's going.
I want to yeehaw. Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You going to Yee? How about you won't go to Boots and Hearts?
Ben wants to film a porno.
What's the difference? It's
Just
an
way
orgy
different.
over there.
No. What? It's like a music festival now.
It's not country.
They had like a dance hall party last year.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
It's just like it's now just becoming
trying to catch a
great thing
bubble.
for their tourism. That's it.
He's
With
trying.
a Stetson on.
Trying to catch a bubble?
He's trying to catch a slow wine. He's
Slow
trying.
wine, eh?
Yeah, he wants to go to level 2. He wants to go to level 2.
I described a slow wine and his ears perked up. He's like, oh,
Slow wine.
I like this sound.
that sounds
Time
great. That
slow
sounds like a
wine for
good
me.
time.
Okay.
Last topic.
I guess we kind of end.
Wrap it up.
We
Okay.
By the way, I really like your.
But yeah, twins.
I like that. Our last topic, we usually talk about mental health.
Okay.
We do want to wrap it up, but we do want to, ask. We always
Yeah.
like to ask our guests about their mental health, and I feel like your mental health is very good right now because you're very sparkly, which I still didn't get an answer to.
I'm
where
very
this
sparkly.
come from, like this whole fit. These are jeans?
These are men's diesel jeans.
These fit the homeboy that we were talking about.
These
Before
are
the,
okay. So the boots are from Mischief, which is a really cool. Like the big red Astro boot.
yes.
It's the same brand.
What happened to those?
They're still available. You can still buy them. They just had their moment.
Yeah,
They were like went
small
viral because they
moment.
were like so ridiculous.
Nah, try it.
I gotta understand what the appeal is for about it.
I'm not your girl. You fucking.
I never said from you, motherfucker.
So just go try it.
No.
Okay, the jeans.
The jeans are diesel men's.
Those are like what, XXX?
They're really big.
Really
Yo,
big?
you know what you gotta do? You gotta be like the guy, on TikTok, like, yo, let me see. Okay, talk to me about the jacket. Tell me about the jacket.
I do love him. He's so funny. But yeah, they're like a weird like sweatpant over top of jeans.
They're not jeans?
Well, they're jeans, but they have like this like I don't know if you probably can't see it on the
Is
camera.
this a pin?
But they're yes.
Yo,
they're
talk
too long for me. I'm short.
Yo.
So I wear them with like super platform pants.
talk about mental health, and that's gonna be the skit. You guys, you're gonna do that to her.
What?
You're gonna do a whole fit check with her.
Tell
Yo,
me-
talk to
tell
me
me
about
about-
the talk to me about the sweater. Tell me about the sweater.
Okay, so the last topic that we usually talk about
Okay.
is mental health.
Okay.
Right? We like to ask how people's mental health is. It kind of started with me and him because I felt like men don't talk about
Good.
mental health.
That's what you guys should be doing
And
with a platform.
the
Love that.
person that you called my bestie was
Love that.
making fun of me for journaling by the water. I'll never forget that.
That's insane, and
Right?
I hate that happened to you.
I know,
And I'm
right?
sorry that no one should do that
Thank
to
you.
other people.
Thank you. I appreciate
I don't like
you.
that.
I know. I got made fun of.
Ew, boo.
On camera too.
Oh,
Wasn't even
really?
on
Yeah.
camera, and the episode went out. Like it was
Yeah.
on camera, and made fun of me for journaling by the water. I know, right?
Yeah, some pussy
and I was
shit.
just like trying to like let some.
Yeah, you're probably trying to breeze by it, but like,
Yeah,
listen, if my man looked at me and he was like, "I'm journaling," I'd be like, "Good."
that's why I don't like this guy. That's why he's a piece of shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's not my business.
Yeah,
What
hey.
happened between the
Yeah.
two of y'all? That's not my. I'm fucking. that's like that's not
That's
me.
my acquired taste. I gotta
No,
deal with.
it's just joking. He did say that, but
Yeah.
it was a shit about him.
That's
because
okay.
It made me feel good.
That's fine.
But no, we do talk about mental health just because something, not to focus on it the way this generation has like kind of, I don't want to say used it as an excuse, but it's overplayed in a way. But it's more like we're just trying to check in on how you doing. The journey's tough. You know, you have your own entrepreneurial ideas. You have your own creative ideas that you want to get, and you want to be, you know, running a successful business. Bigger dreams, hence the podcast name. So we kind of want to know what your bigger dreams are and how the journey has been, and what do you do to keep yourself, you know, grounded throughout that journey, because it's tough.
Well, okay, so my experience with mental health is like very, very deep seated. I don't tell people often, but from probably the ages of like 16 to 22, I was in and out of hospital for depression and anxiety and like suicide, which is like a very, you should probably put a trigger warning at some point in this for people. I just was like, I had a lot of trauma. I was like sexually assaulted when I was a teenager. So that's part of the reason why I didn't graduate high school also. At the time of high school, I was having maybe like 2 anxiety attacks like a day. Like I wasn't able to like function. And I'm not talking like little like panics. I'm talking like I sometimes had like passed out from like lack of oxygen because my body was in such a state of like panic and like shock. And like I'm very fortunate. I was actually talking about this the other day with someone. I met this woman she's like in her like 30s, super hot girl, and she started her own like clinic for psychiatry. Yeah, okay. She like works as like a therapist, and she started her own practice.
Is it for females only, or?
No, but she's a Black woman. She just like saw that there was like a gap in what she wanted from her industry, so she said fuck it and just started her own thing. And I wish I had her name at the top of my head, but she's like, shout
out to you, whoever you are.
She was just a beautiful person. We were just like at an event having like such a nice conversation. But I was talking to her about my experience because I'm very fortunate. My parents were very present, very there for me. If there was like, you know, if I hit a wall and I was like, I need to go into like Camp H because I'm fearing for my own life, which it came down to sometimes, they would take me. And it's so crazy because like when I think about this like 10 years ago, basically, and I was like, I'll never be able to have a job. I'll never be able to live on my own.
I think that's a lot of people's fear.
Yeah.
Before they like consider checking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like young age too, right?
I'll never be able to like have a relationship. Like there was just so many things that like I thought I would never be able to do because I was barely able to function.
Right.
I think it's also because people see it in movies and stuff. People don't go seek certain things because they see it trap in the movie. There's a stigma.
There's like a huge stigma. There's such a huge stigma around it. And like I have some friends that like I have these conversations with, and they're still dealing with some of their own battles. And like I really respect for them for the fact that like they've gone to get the help and that they're open about getting the help because, you know, you should be, because it might be you one day. You know what I mean? Like it can happen to anyone at the end of the day.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things that like I sought out a lot of therapy, and that was good for me. And I'm like now like I still like get like, you know, have little like depressive episodes and like get anxious about things, but 100%. It's one of those things though that like I'll have these moments now, and I say to anyone who's like in that state or has been in that state, it's one of those things where like I'm so happy that I stuck around, because like my life now is like the life.
We're happy you stuck around.
Thank you. But like my life now, I get like really emotional, and that's part of the reason why I think I'm so emotional is because younger me would think I'm so fucking cool. Like she'd be like, you live in your dream apartment on Queen West with like these heaps of clothing, and you play dress up every day, and you like, you know, you go to dance classes and like have all these friends that are like
you live a hot
so
girl
fucking
lifestyle.
cool,
yeah.
And you have like this man that like adores you, and you have pets, and like your family's like healthy and happy and all these things, like, you know.
You never thought back
and
then you would turn it around.
No, 10 years ago
you thought it was the end all be all, that state.
10 years ago I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna have anxiety attacks like this for the rest of my life, to the point that like I will not be able to earn an income to like have a life. So like the fact that like I work for myself, and I think me now working for myself helps in that matter, because some days like I have zero motivation, but I think because I like have the power for myself to be like, I'm going to approach this with the way that like I want to, even in the ways that like, even when I like feel like absolute shit, helps me a lot. You know what I mean? Like I could go to the mall in like sweatpants and like do my job and no one's going to critique me, which is great. As long as my job gets done.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like your dreams take a lot of work when it's the hardest. Like discipline is the biggest thing.
Yes.
Because your motivation is super fleeting.
Here, gone tomorrow.
You'll have it for like a split second and then you'll be halfway in it and you're like, why am I doing this? And I have those days all the time. But it's one of those things that it's like,
Do you do specific thing to get out of it? Like, do you journal by the water?
so
Do you,
it's really
I
funny.
don't know, like
You know
take
the
go
like,
for a deep breath?
you
or-
know the this that I do?
Yes.
So this started, and like me like ranting on socials started because I would get really overstimulated in the mall.
In
So
the car on socials when you used to
yeah,
do
like
this?
when I put my phone up and I like do my little like kiki like rant, and this used to be like if I got like really overstimulated in the mall and I didn't know like what my next step was, or I felt overwhelmed, or I felt unsure of myself or insecure, whatever, working on projects, I would just stop and I would go like this and I'd be like, okay, what do you have to do? And I would talk to myself. Like, and I would literally just be like, okay, like next we have to go here. We have to do this. We got this. We're good. And like, it became like a ritual for myself. And it's really funny because now it's like a social media thing for people with me,
Now that's what you're known for.
which is like,
Trent, you
cool.
gotta stop snapping your fingers and grow your nails and start doing that.
and get your little nail art. But yeah, I think in terms of like bigger dreams, like you asked, like my dreams have always been to work with artists and to work with athletes. And I'm very, very happy that
You're
living
it.
your dream.
You're living your
I'm
dream.
doing it.
Is there like a bigger artist you want to work with, or a bigger?
I
mean, you've
have
worked
always,
with the
to be
biggest
honest with
names.
you, I'm preying on my girl Sophia right now because she is incredibly talented. Her voice, the first time I worked with her, shout out to Mika, our
Shout
Miss
out my
Girl
dog,
Mika.
Meeks.
She brought me in with Universal to
I
work with
remember.
her. And I remember I was in the studio session and I heard Sophia sing, and I like looked at Mika and I was like about to cry because like her voice is like crazy. Like I hear a lot of artists and sometimes they're not, you know, as good as we know this. We
She's
know
saying you guys are trash.
some.
She's not even saying you guys are acquiring.
I just
taste.
mean she has.
you're just trash.
I just mean she has a classical like vocal range, and she's like she's
String classical. Is
not
she?
classical. I mean in the sense of like she has like a trained voice, so she is really, really talented. So for me, the biggest goal of mine is definitely to tour.
Ooh.
I would love to tour. I plan to tour. My background being as a dancer and in stage production, that feels like coming home to me, like in a very, very real
built
way.
for it.
Yeah, like I was the person who was in productions who would run off stage and change and then hop back on and perform.
You got experience.
And now
So
I
you
would
wanna be a
love to
backup dancer?
support. No, I'm retired, and I'm okay being retired. But it's like when like I did like a video the other day for another Toronto artist named Raquel, and she had a bunch of dancers who are girls that I used to dance with that like are in my community, and I'm just like cool hyping them up and making sure that they look good and they perform. And
Did you ever, for a split second, say I want to be up there with these girls? 'Cause
yeah,
I can dance better than her. I can dance better than her.
no.
No.
I very early on decided that like dance was for me and that I didn't want to make it my career. It's a skill that I have. It's a talent that I have. It like even today I was on set and like, you know,
You started dancing with the ghosts.
no, I helped pose people
Oh.
and like make them feel comfortable and like whatever. 'Cause, you know, ad agencies now hire like real people, like not actual like models that are like signed to an agency. So if I can just like help people like feel best and like look the best, that's like a win for me.
How much would you charge to teach somebody how to dance?
I don't think I should teach someone how to dance.
Like a little rhythm.
Oh, for free? What do you mean?
We gonna talk after this
For
episode.
free? Yeah.
He needs to learn.
Hey,
but-
wait, hold on. Shout out to Ty, but also Ty's waistline. If you see it this summer, that's me. I taught him.
He doesn't know it. He's half white from
I taught him. I'm just saying.
I love
so,
you, Ty. You're my dog, but
Nah, yo,
Yeah.
I wanna say I appreciate you for real, cause I think like, I everyone's come on this pod. We both have talked about our mental health, but like, the way you like kind of like put your heart on your sleeves and you showed your humanity. I just feel like
thank you.
again, a lot of people just come to the episode and just watch the last part because they know we're gonna talk about mental health, and I feel like
Amazing.
yeah, I feel like you just like. No shade to anyone who's ever come on, but I just the way you spoke about like depression, anxiety, having suicidal
Bro.
thoughts, like
the way she just
yeah,
comfortable in her
yeah,
skin.
Thank you.
yeah, like
Took a lot of time.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
no,
because you're giving her flowers. I've known her for again a couple years now. The maturity and the growth that I see in her from when I first met her till now, she's really
Thank
like she changed as a person. Obviously, she's still Andrea, in the fact that like she likes to joke, she likes to talk, she likes to just be herself. Amazing, but there's certain things that the way she's expressing herself, like whoa, this woman changed in a positive way.
That's
a
so
lot,
sweet.
and I love to see that.
you.
Yeah, no, don't cry, don't
You're
cry.
so, I'm not gonna cry.
we're
No,
not
I look
crying.
cute. I'm not crying.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Thank you.
you guys are both
No.
hot girls.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Nah, you're not. You can't call me a girl, brother.
Why?
Because there's no way you can call me a girl. Me?
Why not? You're about to grow your nails like her and do the.
Did I say that?
You thought it.
Did I think it? See, this is
I'm
what
thinking about it right now.
This is my point. This is my point. And then all you fans be like, yo, Tyranny, you're such a dick to him. This kid's fucking stupid.
He's
You're
just
stupid.
pressing your buttons. This is what he's
You're
there for.
stupid.
Y'all
And
need
he
a little
says
push and
dumb
pull.
shit. And
Young
then I sit here
genius,
and I'm like,
young smart
there's
guy,
no way.
young data
He calls
mining a
himself
hose in the
baby
cut,
face killer when he has a full beard.
Yeah, that is crazy.
cloud
He's a
storage,
grown man beard.
cloud storage. Your wife's in
The
it.
fuck?
You already know.
But yo, honestly,
I really appreciate you guys.
Love.
I think that's a lot of growth.
Thank you.
And for you to say what you said, I think you're really comfortable in your skin. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry that happened to you at the time.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
that's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo,
and the sexual
Man,
assault thing for
y'all
sure.
need to
Yeah.
stop that. Y'all need to teach your fucking
Your sons.
your sons how to be
Your sons
better.
and your daughters. You're on
Because-
how to handle things in life. Yeah.
You know, I've been talking to more women. The last couple of years, there was a year I didn't talk to nobody. But that is something that I've heard, and it's like, how do you live with yourself?
Yeah.
You know? Like, how do you say it's okay to do that to a person
Yeah.
and think, oh yeah, I'm cool? You're a piece of shit. You should be hung by your balls like a fucking piece of meat at a butcher's fucking fridge.
Yeah.
That's what you should be. But anyway, I
Yeah.
want to give you a lot
Yeah,
of love for
yeah.
sharing
Thank
that.
Big yourself up.
You're awesome.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. guys.
I
really
like this episode because we were just talking.
Yeah.
it's special.
We weren't like.
I really like. I will say too. Like, I didn't expect that. At the end, but like, I really appreciate it, and I think it's so important that it's like in a sea of content. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the reason why people consume it is because they want to be able to like see themselves in it.
Right.
And I like have that approach when it comes to like ad work that I do. But I definitely think it's like it says a lot for you guys to like make that a point and an intention, because at the end of the day, like, numbers will waver, money will waver, but like if you have your like a consistent intention about what you want to do for other people with your work, that's when it's most successful.
You know what it is? And
Yeah.
I'm going to share this on behalf of both of us. I think we were both going through hardship in life. And when this pod came, it wasn't like it was the end of hardship, but it was like, oh, I can see the light.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was for both of us.
Yeah.
That when it clicked, we just kind of looked at each other. We're like, okay,
Like, we chat shit, but like,
This
Yeah.
we wanted to do it with purpose, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, have something like, again, like, thank you for being, but also like, we made you feel comfortable for you to be able
100%.
to, because you wouldn't share that if you were like,
100%.
you didn't feel it. So like,
You know.
crying, bro.
honestly, my eyes got watery. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go
give
group
it a hug,
hug.
give it a hug.
We're gonna give it. Oh, this is so cute. Aw,
I don't think the camera caught it, but it's okay.
it's a good outlet. It's good shit. Aw,
You know?
I love to see it. Of course.
But yeah, season
In
2
our
episode,
feelings.
Season 2 episode 20.
Crying too, guys. Her eyes are getting watery too.
I cried everything though, so like, you know.
I saw this coming already.
It's okay. No, it's good. It's okay. Oh, now he's doing it.
Charlie's
But
trying
yeah,
not to cry right now.
But yeah, now
He's
he's
trying
crying,
to
and,
cry.
and now he's going
Now
straight to
he's
the
crying, now
river.
you're
Now he's going
crying.
straight to the fucking
Now you're
river.
crying.
We'll throw him a journal.
He's
Throw him
like,
a
"I'm
journal.
not
Get the
crying."
pen out.
He said, "I'm a man."
I am gonna go journal about.
As you should.
I'm gonna journal. About
Okay,
a lot of people in
self-awareness.
my
Okay,
life.
King.
I'm gonna journal about.
Just make sure there's no
Ex.
ice storms going on in your journal,
I'm
buddy.
gonna journal about the ex that came into my life. I'm gonna journal about the woman.
Yo,
that
shout out
came
to the
into my
exes.
life. Shout out to all of you. Honestly,
Shout
y'all
out
made
to
me
everyone.
who I am.
Y'all be molding us to be who we are today.
Oh God!
You
Shout
know?
out to
with you?
every woman that came through
Yeah,
in my life.
shout out to the host
whether
playing
you
mind
took
games
my
with us.
heart or not. Shout out to you.
And we're back.
Whether you popped it like it's hot. Shout out to all of you.
And
Shout out to the recent ones too, and shout out to the future ones. How about that? I'm gonna have a lot of fun with y'all too. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out to the future ones. It's crazy work.
like, listen,
It's
I'm gonna be
evil
so
mind.
I'm gonna be so clear right now.
Yeah.
I wish for nothing but none of that for me. I'm just
No, I wish.
I
nothing
want to
but the
go
best.
right now. I'm so excited
You
to go
should.
home to
You
build my
should.
home with my man.
Listen.
And bring our dog there and
Hey,
have a
You
whole
have
little
this like,
family.
perception of me
That's
that
my,
like I'm like this.
that's my vibe right now.
Like I want that.
Yeah, he's fucking
Yeah,
up the
of course.
vibe.
I genuinely want that.
Of course. Yeah.
You asked me this earlier, and we're still shooting, but
Yeah.
fuck it. Well, I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But you asked me earlier, am I in love? I wanna be. Yeah, I want that. I think I'm at a place in my life. I'm not young anymore. I mean, I'm young, but to me, it's like, yo, you're
Age ain't
Young
got shit
TT
to
in
do
the
with it.
cut.
like you're almost Jesus Christ's age, bro. Like you need to find your wife,
Age has no.
right? Even though Jesus didn't find a wife, he just saved the hoe.
Okay,
That's a
Bible.
different conversation.
Okay, biblical.
Yeah, that senior rebate check coming soon.
I'll take it.
How your
so.
knees feeling?
I'll take. My knees are good.
Oh, that's
My knees are
good.
good. I've been
Okay.
working out. I've been
Hey.
doing a lot of
Listen,
work.
you
Hey.
just gotta find someone to build with. That's
I
it.
think.
Yeah.
I think I don't need to find. I think when it happens, it happens.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey.
lovely.
And that's why I said shout out to the future ones.
Listen,
Mm.
I found my man, my hopefully forever man, in the club getting a tattoo.
You know what's crazy?
I asked
You were
him
getting
if-
tatted?
No, he was
Oh,
getting
he was
his
getting
first
tatted.
tattoo in the nightclub.
That's it. That's it.
In-
That's how I'm gonna find my
in the
girl.
club.
I'm gonna get a sleeve next week, and I'm gonna find her.
Oh,
in
actually,
the
you want to
club.
know what's so diabolical? I asked him for a sour key because he had sour keys, and I was like, "Give me a sour key," and he was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, "There's like we were like drinking, we were like having fun," but then I looked at him and I was like, "So like, are you taking me home or what?" And he was like, "Oh my god," and it's been nothing but
You
insanity
liked him
since then.
too.
Of course,
Yeah, she
He's
fell for
funny.
him hard. He is funny.
funny guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He is funny. You know what's crazy? I talked to my older cousin. She found her husband in the club too.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was like,
I wanna make love in this club.
Hey,
In this club.
Hey, in this club. Hey,
In this-
I wanna make love in this club. Hey, in this club. Hey.
Season 2, episode 20. We out.
"We outside, baby."
Thanks
We
for
got
having
to
me.
Love, love, love.